and say you need me, baby. I'm so green, you gotta teach me, baby. From Vancouver, you a BC, baby. Pull up, Maybach, beep, beep, baby. And my shit came with the heat seats, baby. Swear my label gotta free me, baby. Blow on me just like some green tea, baby. Hey, hey, hey. Buried alive, someone come dig me up. If I call up your shorty right now, she picking up. You boys got big on my name, that's big enough. We know how you OGs rockin' already, my nigga, the jig is up. They say the truth will set you free, well mine is gon' stream while you watching HD. They say that karma could take an eternity, yours is dropping the same night as me. Funny thing is that they ain't gon' compete. You gon' get yours while I'm doing me.
Where you at, Berto?
While I'm doing me.
Where you at, Berto?
Teach me, baby. Call my phone and say you need me, baby. Thought they had me in a deep sleep, baby. I'm still scorching hot in these streets, baby. Pull up, Maybach, beep, beep, baby. And my shit came with the heat seats, baby. See-through shirt, I get a sneak peek, baby. Blow on me just like some green tea, baby.
How's everybody doing, man?
Tired of all of y'all telling me niggas is real. Pussy, I know when it's real. You only come home to pose and pop off a look, but you forgot how I feel.
White kids listen to you, cause they feel some guilt, and that's how your soul get fulfilled.
Then you go back to the hills. How many houses you build? How many souls did you get off the back of your deal? Difference between is getting you out of your deal and letting you out of your deal. Damn, against your will. How many new names you got on your will? Damn, how many more times is y'all gonna keep calling it soft and silk? Damn, how many more interviews y'all gonna do to get ice and chill? Damn. They tryna cover it up like a kill. Barredo skirt on a boy like a kill. Kept it 100 on paper like Will. Tricking it up on a paying a bill. That's just how I do the sauce and the spill. These hoes know how I pop it for real. These hoes know how I pop it for real. Yeah.
How's everybody doing, man? Welcome back to another stream. Where you at, family?
Where you at, Berto? Where you at, Berto?
Like the money
Where you
that
at,
came in for
Berto?
free, for real. MRI machine scanning my knee. Like how long you been running the streets, for real. Yeah, she just text me like we in Paris like 200 deep, for real.
For real.
And I went bought a whip for my brother. Same body but two different colors. And I might just cock another. Small prices he kept it 100. And I might book a flight out to London.
Hey, Johnny, shut the fuck.
Where you at, Berto?
Where you at, family? Welcome back to another stream, man. How's everybody doing? We're back to back with it, even though yesterday was kind of a flop of a stream. I cannot lie. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the hell is going on. But hopefully today we are past the technical difficulties. Let's see who's pulled up today, man. Spam up one time.
Where you at, Berto?
Spam up one time. Let's see what we got in chat, man. We got King in chat, Sorry in chat, Halo in chat, Juke Master. You got the noti today? Okay, thank God. Maybe we back. We got Manny in chat. We got Maury in chat. We got Z in chat, Temp in chat, Just Dizzy in chat, Messing with Zoe in chat, DDJ in chat. Okay. We looking good. Food Lover, what's good? OG Pirate King, Food Lover. Are you new? Welcome back to another stream, y'all. Let's get to it. How y'all feeling about the new little layout? I had changed the chat widget. I kind of like it. And we got the viewers on the screen now. Y'all fucking with the new little layout? It's a little delayed, but I think it looks clean. I think it looks kind of clean. What y'all think? Hey, and I added a bunch of new little widgets. Like if you guys spam emotes now, I have like emote combos. Check it out. Spam some emotes, and you get like little emote combos. Your camera looks different now. Yeah, I switched to my wide lens. Yeah. Come on, man. Just cute little things to get on the screen. I'm fucking with it. That shit hard, no? That shit hard, no? I'm fucking with that shit. All right, y'all. More reacts today. I would say chill stream. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. The internet's a little dry, but you know we had to run it back because we had a bad stream yesterday. We didn't even get to stream for real. If we're being honest, that shit fucking cut out. So, I'm glad to be back. How y'all doing though? How are y'all feeling? How are y'all living? How are y'all feeling? YouTube, like that stream. Let's get them numbers up on YouTube, man. Let's get them numbers up on YouTube. What's good, Mike? Feeling really good, Unc. How about you? I'm feeling good. I'm feeling a lot better today. I was in my feelings yesterday, bro. I can't cap. I don't know why I was in my feelings yesterday, but I was in my feelings yesterday. I can't cap. I think I was just getting hard on myself. So I don't know what was up. I don't know what the fuck was wrong with me yesterday, but a good night's sleep. You know, sometimes you gotta sleep that weak ass shit off. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta sleep that weak ass shit off. So that's what so I'm feeling a lot better today. It's a new day. I'm excited. I'm gonna go watch the Odyssey tonight. I've been hearing about that Odyssey, boy. I've been hearing about that Odyssey in IMAX. I'm about to go watch the Odyssey in IMAX tonight. So I'm excited for that. I'm good, bro. Bless the Lord gave me my family another day to praise him. Amen. Always got to thank God for another day. Are we good? I mean, obviously, yesterday's little technical difficulty that we had, it were kind of going in and out. So y'all just let me know. I went and changed some settings, updated a few things. So y'all let me know if anything goes wrong, but I'm hoping and assuming that doesn't happen. I'm really fucking with the new widgets though. I think they look clean. And pristine. Like I'm fucking with the new chat and I'm fucking with the new widgets. Everything's looking good. How are you doing, my nigga Manny? Hey, Manny, I ain't gonna lie. I feel like ever since we locked in, you've been locked in, bro. W Manny in the chat, bro, cause I feel like I met you at DreamCon, I believe. And ever since then, I've been seeing my nigga locked in on the streams. I'm fucking with that. W Manny in the chat. That shit's really crazy how like, nah, dog, that wasn't me. Oh shit, I'm tripping. Hey, well, either way, I'm happy to see you consistently pulling up to the streams, gang. I could have sworn there was another nigga named Manny that. Wow, Berto, bro. Yeah, all right, y'all not gonna do that, bro. There's the community's expanding, and I'm running into new faces all the fucking time. Lots of new names, bruh. Lots of new names. Come on, man. Don't do that to me. Don't play me like I'm supposed to remember every fucking body, bruh. I'm from North Carolina. Well, shout out to North Carolina, man. Still shout out to my nigga Manny. Fuck. Hey, South Carolina in the chat. Juke from South Carolina. Top mom. Nigga said, "Fuck." Shout out to Jamaica. At the very least, the OGs, boss man. I mean, I've remembered my OGs, nigga. I ain't forgot who you is, gang. Shit. I remember my OGs, nigga. I ain't forget. What's good, Afro? Shout out to New Orleans. Shout out to where everybody from, man. I don't know, W112 viewers. I don't know if today should be the day that we start this, but I really want to start. The thing is, it's like I need y'all help, bro. I want to bring back Berto Talks. But I want to do it differently. You know what I'm saying? Before Berto Talks, we used to just pretty much, you know, talk to each other on Discord and I'll give y'all some advice. And I still am down to do that. But I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Y'all are my community, so y'all, I want to give y'all full transparency. I'm working really hard on trying to get my short form content out so that, you know, we can continue to grow. And something that has become really clear to me is, like, the best parts to clip is when I'm just yapping. So, like, I also don't, like, even though I don't mind, like, talking to y'all in the Discord call logs, I also want a big part of Berto Talks to be where y'all are asking me, you know, questions, whether it's advice, whether it's bullshit, funny questions, whether it leads to, like, a story time, shit, like, stuff, like, more things that can get clipped up. So, you know, I wanna turn Berto Talks into something where we can talk about things. Y'all can send in videos, clips that are going viral on the internet, you know, just so we can kind of have, like, nice talking segments. And, you know what I'm saying, it'll be easier for me to start clipping those type of situations. Now we need to make it funnier and clip farming. That's what I'm saying. But that's why I said, like, I don't mind it being advice, but I don't want it to only be just like, because y'all niggas will get on here and start asking me about your fucking, you know, offense. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just be so, like, serious sometimes. I'll be like, shit. You know what I'm saying? So we'll talk about it a little more. I'll put a little bit more thought into it, but I need y'all to start using the Discord, bro. Like, just start sending me clips, and don't be sending me bull. Sometimes y'all be sending some bullshit. But clips that, you know, we can react to. Not like full-on reaction videos, but, you know, things that we could just react to, you know, funny little situations, shit that y'all might see on your timelines or, you know, your For You pages. Start sending that in the Discord. Exclamation point Discord. They should pop up in the chat. And let's see. Let me see where would be a good spot for us to put it. Maybe we should make a new area in the Discord called Berto Talks. Let me see. What's our shit looking like? We're not going to put it in chat. Maybe we could put it in... I mean, there's content suggestions, reaction suggestions. Yelena, when you get a chance, maybe we can add an actual Berto Talks area. Because we have a Berto Talks area. Yo, yo, yo. Holy shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. My blood pressure. That motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie, bro. This shit needs to stop fucking with me. I'm like this close to crashing bad. This shit making a nigga have anger issues, chat. On some real shit, this shit making a nigga have anger issues. Why the fuck am I getting all these random technical difficulties? We've been streaming this whole fucking time and we haven't having no motherfucking technical difficulties. This shit pissing me off. This shit pissing me off. Why the fuck that shit keep happening, bruh? 2 days in a row? What the fuck, bruh? Gonna get me mad as fuck up in this bitch. But we just gonna take a deep fucking breath. And keep moving. I saw your message though, Yellow. I wish you would have pointed that out earlier because I think you might have been right. I don't know. I think that was the Discord music. Fuck, man. Maybe just close Discord. The thing is, I did close it. Did it freeze for anyone else? Wait, we're frozen again? Well, wallahi, if we're frozen again, bro. Please, y'all motherfuckers spam some ones in the chat and tell me we're good. Please spam some motherfucking ones in the chat and tell me we're good. I'm about to crash. Oh my God. Okay. Bro, I was about to flash. Bro, I was about to flash bad. Oh my God. Don't troll me, bro. I'm on edge right now. Berto talks, Berto yells. Yeah, bro. Yeah, nah. I'm on edge right now. Do not troll me right now, gang. Do not troll me right now. I might actually fucking twack out. Okay. With that being said, let's just fucking get into the damn reactions, bro. God damn it. Don't even remember what the fuck I was talking about. Shit pissing me off, my nigga. Your voice is glitching out. No. No, it's not. Your voice is glitching out? Alright. I'm only listening to Yelena, bro. Y'all niggas lying in this fucking chat now, nigga. Fuck y'all niggas, man. Stop it. It's lagging. Ask others. Yeah, now watch out, bro. Watch out. YouTube, like the fucking stream, bro. God damn it. Fucking pieces of ish. Let's get into the first vid. Yelena, let me get the word of the day. I will open the windows of heaven and pour out such abundant blessings that you will not have enough room to even receive it. Wait, am I tripping? I will open the windows of heaven and pour out such abundant blessings that you will not have room enough to receive it. Shit. Amen in the chat. Well, I appreciate y'all. Let's get into the first react of the day, man. God. I need to listen to some motherfucking relaxation music or something. Twacked out. Alright, spam up.
Where you at, Berto? Where you at, Berto?
3, 2. Gideon's past is catching up to him. Let's get right into it.
Mama, we made it! I'm in a voice critical video!
That is Gideon losing his.
I ain't gonna lie. It's like a bittersweet thing if you ever end up in a Moist Critical video, because that nigga is either gonna roast you into oblivion or glaze you into heavens. But it's one or the other, and you don't want to be the latter.
mind because his favorite YouTuber, Penguin0, aka Moist Critical, finally noticed him. This is that same YouTuber 8 weeks later watching Gideon get himself arrested.
It is just a really bad and embarrassing look. He made a clown of himself here. Which is upsetting and disappointing to see.
On the 22nd of June 2026, while live streaming, Gideon got himself and 3 members of his crew arrested outside a McDonald's in Woodhaven, Michigan. He was charged with 2 misdemeanors, breach of peace and stalking. When things seemed like they couldn't get any
This nigga showing his face in his vids now? Word.
worse, the body cam footage dropped.
I am a multi-millionaire. I promise you, I can take this as far as you want. Officer, you will be in a deposition and you will be arrested.
Hi, I'm the Internet Anarchist. I create weekly YouTube documentaries, and today we're going to cover everything you need to know about the recent Gideon drama, along with everything important that led up to it. For some people, or if you're employed, this probably seemed to come out of completely
All the charges got dropped though. I mean, I think in a lot of ways it's not about, the charges. It's, whether he actually sat in jail. Like, he was being a menace to society. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just bothering people. That shit was lame, regardless of the charges being dropped or not.
nowhere. But if you've been paying attention, the signs that something like this was coming have been there for months. Gideon first blew up making prank videos in the early 2020s. He built his entire brand around getting kicked out of places. Similar to creators like Jack Doherty, he was the loud, unpredictable prank YouTuber who would push boundaries until security eventually stepped in. By the time he reached his peak, he had over 8 million subscribers, with individual videos pulling anywhere from 11 to more than 16 million views.
Shit.
Videos like Get
Damn. I know Gideon was up, but I didn't know it was moving like that. 16 M's per video? The fuck?
Getting a haircut at the US Open, giving strangers massages at the mall, and plenty more followed the same formula. In January 2022, he was permanently banned from Twitch, following what was described as a hate raid targeting streamer Pokimane. The situation started after he told her viewers that she wasn't going to sleep with them, then encouraged his audience to spam L+ ratio in her chat. At first, Twitch only suspended him for 14 days, but after the incident gained widespread media attention, the ban was made permanent. Ironically, the drama didn't last long. Gideon eventually reached out to Pokimane behind the scenes, and the two of them later filmed a mukbang together, effectively putting the situation to rest. That became a recurring pattern throughout his career. Whenever he found himself in public drama, he would often contact the other person privately, and more often than not, the conflict would end there. That same pattern showed up again after his Twitch ban. Gideon snuck into a Twitch event with the goal of getting a picture with Tommy in it, and he actually pulled it off. However, Tommy wasn't happy about it, and neither was Twitch. But after Gideon reached out behind the scenes, the issue seemed to quiet.
I didn't watch that video, but I don't know why. That just seems like bitching and moaning that you got on the internet and said Tommy addressed the Gideon situation. And you're kind of framing it as harassment. Now, I know Gideon has a tendency to harass people, so I don't want to jump the gun, but like, imagine making a video that you were harassed by another man as a grown man because he took a picture with you. Now, I might be overstepping though. I didn't watch the video. I don't know what happened, but that just sounds lame as hell to me.
Disappear. In July 2023, the NBA banned Gideon from league events after he pretended to fall asleep during a WNBA game as part of a prank. 2023 would become one of the biggest years of Gideon's career because it marked the release of his first major predator catching video. It exploded, racking up 26.9 million views, and to this day, it remains the most viewed video on his channel. Later that fall, he had another massive hit when he confronted EDP445 in a second predator sting. The video became iconic, partly because Gideon showed up wearing a cupcake costume, but it also proved something much bigger. He no longer
Welcome
had
to
to
the Where You
rely
At
on
family.
prank videos to pull massive numbers. Eventually, Gideon announced that he wanted to turn over a new leaf and dedicate himself to Christianity instead of continuing the kind of content he had built his career on. He later explained that after talking with some of his friends, he genuinely believed the path he was on was leading him to hell. Because of that, he wanted to change his life and become someone who openly lived out his faith. About a month later, he followed through by deleting all of his prank videos. He said he was ashamed of that era of his channel because
Damn, so he took everything down. That whenever a YouTuber like takes videos down, it's like, okay, you're serious, because that's money, bro. That is a YouTube's bread and butter. You know what I'm saying? You take your videos down, you don't give a fuck about that money no more. So I will say that's kind of respect. Why are niggas talking about my age in the chat? What does that have to do with anything?
in his view, it spread negativity instead of
Exactly, I'm in my
positivity.
prime.
Honestly, that's a fair criticism. Most of his old content revolved around inconveniencing random people in public for entertainment. So seeing him distance himself from that was a welcome change for a lot of viewers. He even created a separate channel dedicated to Christian content, posting banger videos such as Don't Bust, Overcome Lust, and proof that dinosaurs are in the Bible. Unfortunately for him, this channel was not nearly as popular as his main content, and he has since abandoned it, likely due to low view count. Around the time of his rebrand, Gideon had already been streaming regularly and posting reaction clips on his second channel. This was alongside his major push into the PDF catching world. So he launched a series called EDP Watch, collaborating closely with fellow predator catchers Alex Rosen and Skeeter Jean. Their approach followed a fairly consistent.
Now, do any of y'all watch Gideon's pred catches? I feel like I've been seeing that they be getting hella views, but we don't really watch them that much in this channel. Is that something that y'all want me to start reacting to?
Formula. They used decoy accounts to communicate with suspected predators, coordinated with law enforcement whenever possible, and documented the confrontations from their own perspective. Unlike
word.
many
I'll
creators in
start
the
loading
space
some
who
in.
simply chase viral moments, and sometimes even use it as an excuse to promote gambling sites like Stake, several of Gideon's investigations resulted in real arrests and, in some cases, criminal convictions. One of the biggest examples came in
And
December
that's where you got to give Gideon his flowers again. Like, he's actually putting some people in jail. He's not just out here, doing lame shit and then it's just only views. Like, he's actually putting people in jail. And that's why I do sometimes give him some grace, because I think he lost the plot on his last little situation. He got too caught up in the sauce, but I think he means well, bro. But, we can't just keep excusing people just because they mean well.
2025, a decoy working with Gideon's second channel communicated with Brian Brown, who believed he was talking to an 11-year-old. The video quickly went viral, earning nearly 3 million views. Brian was later arrested by the Marshalltown, Iowa Police
that stream,
Department,
YouTube, like
and
that
in
stream.
June 2025 pleaded guilty to a felony charge of grooming. Gideon's predator-catching era established him as one of the more recognizable creators in that niche, and it also led to a close friendship with Alex Rosen and Skeeter Jean, as mentioned earlier. That friendship would eventually fall apart. For those that don't know, Alex Rosen has a long history of edgy-leaning humor, something Gideon
Yeah, let's not even downplay that. That's just not edgy leaning humor. Niggas are fucking lame.
Weirdo.
Overly.
later admitted he knew from the beginning. There's even a category on his Wikipedia page titled Use of Racial Slurs. The relationship finally collapsed after Alex publicly supported Chud the Builder. Chud was a streamer jailed on attempted murder charges after allegedly targeting black people. Yet Alex donated $10,000 towards his bond and later pledged another $100,000 during
Ricky?
a court hearing. On the 4th of June 2026, Gideon released a video titled This Is the End, publicly distancing himself from Alex. In the video, he said,
Alex was on Twitter talking about how he supports Chud the Builder, things of that nature. But then he did something even
Multi-millionaire but can't afford a hair transplant. Hey, bro. Maybe some people accept going bald. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? Fun fact, my dad, RIP my pops, love you pops, you know what I'm saying? He was bald on purpose. So, you know what I'm saying? We not gonna just accept bald slander in the chat, bro. Some people like being bald. It's not a sin to not have hair. Shit.
A step beyond. He went and donated $10,000 to Chud the Builder's bond so that he can be back free on the streets. And I just cannot tolerate that, and I do not respect that, and I have to make a stand.
A few months before Gideon publicly split from Alex Rosen, another one of his close friends, Skeeter Jean, had been uploading a series about his uncle, Joe. According to Skeeter, Joe had allegedly been physically abusive towards his grandmother and had a long history of violence within the family. The series goes into much more detail, but the basic story is that Joe had been illegally squatting in Skeeter's grandmother's house. After months of legal proceedings, Skeeter was finally able to get permission to evict him. That was when Gideon and Skeeter came up with the idea for a collaboration. The plan was simple. Gideon would livestream while Skeeter confronted Uncle Joe, all with the goal of annoying him enough that he would leave the house for good. At first, everything seemed to go according to plan. Gideon blasted music throughout the house, while Uncle Joe became increasingly frustrated, repeatedly trying to call the police.
What do you want, man? What the do you want?
Oh my god! Oh! What was coming out of his mouth? That was disgusting.
Yeah, he was coming out.
Oh shit!
Police over here.
This nigga got rabies? What's going on with cuz? What is that substance coming from his mouth?
Get away from me! I'm in my room. Get away from me!
Oh my god!
We can't! Get out of here! Don't bother me!
We don't want anything from you. We're just going to my room. Bro, we're not like Skeeter, man. We're not here to ball.
Eventually, Joe gave up and left the property, and that should have been the end of the stream. Mission accomplished, everyone goes home. Instead, Gideon kept pushing. Leaving the house apparently wasn't enough. He wanted to—
He finna slobber on you next, Berto? Nah, bro. Weirdo. Don't even put that on me, gang. That shit genuinely made me uncomfortable. Why the fuck was he foaming from the mouth like that? Nigga genuinely might have had rabies.
Keep provoking Joe in hopes of getting an even crazier reaction on camera. So rather than ending the stream on a successful eviction, Gideon, Skeeter, and eventually a growing crowd of viewers began following Uncle Joe around town, annoying local businesses, all while TTS was blasting.
Joe, I know you're back here. Joe. You don't know Joe? Joe. Joe Mama.
Can I get a turkey tom?
Turkey Tom?
Yeah. Please? Yeah, please.
Get him that. I want that too.
As they walked, several fans stream-sniped Gideon by showing up on bicycles. Rather than telling them to leave, Gideon pointed them towards where Uncle Joe was headed, and before long, the crowd followed him all the way to a McDonald's. Eventually, the crowd of fans got so large around this McDonald's
This is where
that
everything went completely wrong.
the management was forced to call the police. When officers arrived, they trespassed Gideon, Skeeter, and the crowd from the restaurant, rather than removing Uncle Joe. Hearing that, Gideon came up with what might have been the worst idea of the entire stream. If I can't go in there, surely my fans can. He handed his camera equipment to a random fan and told him,
Bro, Berto, I'm not lying. You should do more animations and storytelling because that was your peak phase. Well, you know, all chapters sometimes come to an end. But I did just launch my new series. The first episode to my new series is out on my channel right now, and I'm gonna show you guys the trailer for that right now. Go check it out, man. Enjoy.
I ain't gonna lie, probably the hardest things I've done in a while, man. My name's Berto, where you at, Berto? And I am going to be attempting virtually the impossible to get a black belt in 24 hours.
Where you at, Berto?
That is the trailer to my new series, the first episode of my Where You At series. It's out on the channel out right now. If you guys want to check it out, the link is in the description. Give me some feedback. I'm really excited about this one. This is pretty much my new passion project where, you know, I can finally be creative and step out into the world and do a whole bunch of new stuff. So I'm really excited about it. Tap in if you're interested. If not, it's cool. Now let's get back to the video. No cap.
to go inside the McDonald's to continue filming.
Should we give them the camera? He's just sitting in there?
He's sitting in the corner, yeah.
Here. Did he bang you?
Yeah.
Here.
He's banging you guys corner?
Yeah. Do this. Do me a favor. Okay, here. Be very careful. Just wear this.
Which way?
Just on your back.
Okay.
Wear it as a backpack.
That nigga giving him the TVU? That's like a $30,000 bag.
You didn't trespass him, so shut the fuck up!
The fan barely made it to the door before officers stepped in and stopped him. Moments later, Gideon was placed under arrest. In total, 4 people were arrested on charges including breach of peace and stalking. A post on Gideon's YouTube community page called on supporters to attend a peaceful protest outside the Woodhaven Community Center the following day. Fans were encouraged to wear white shirts as the Free Gideon slogan spread across social media after clips of the arrest went viral. During a live stream of his court appearance on June 23rd, it was revealed that Gideon's bond was set at $10,000 before he was released pending his next court date. The protest itself ended up drawing fans to the police precinct, although it wasn't entirely clear what they were hoping to accomplish. The incident quickly drew criticism from commentary creators, including a creator named Bloodspeth. His biggest criticism wasn't necessarily that Gideon had gotten himself arrested, it was that he had encouraged a largely teenage audience to follow and harass someone who had
Yeah, I think that was one, he was fucking with the people that, you know, are just working and trying to do their job. So I didn't like that. But definitely the most important thing is, yeah, bro, you was sending them teens in there and them teens ended up getting arrested. And mind you, like, they on some stupid shit. They just trying to have fun, be a part of something. But like, Gideon, that's your responsibility, bro. And I thought that was pretty lame of him. But again, bro, I've been saying it. I'm not trying to cop bail for bro, but I think he really need to sit down and learn to just grow some discipline as a man. Cause I feel like every time we react to Gideon, he always kind of like on some, oh, I messed up again, you know, I gotta do better. And it's just like, bro, I'm not trying to hear all that, bro. Lock in.
Already been described as violent. If Uncle Joe had actually attacked one of those fans, Gideon would have shared the responsibility for directing them towards that situation. Thankfully, nothing like that happened.
If you have children, try and imagine them at that age going out and searching for a violent criminal because a YouTuber thought it was funny. And if you don't have kids, imagine any kind of loved one around that age in that position. As a popular and influential figure, it is Gideon's responsibility to make the right decisions, not the kids.
At first, Gideon didn't seem to think he had done anything wrong. During his own live stream reacting to the arrest, he even claimed he planned to sue the Woodhaven Police Department and the officer who arrested him once the case was over. That confidence disappeared on July 1st, when YouTube channel Code Blue Cam uploaded the police body cam footage. For the first time, everyone could see exactly what had happened from the officer's perspective, and it made Gideon look far worse than the original live stream.
I feel like he needs to like work on himself, bro. Now, I promise you on everything I love, I'm not gonna make this about his weight or like I'm not trying to body shame, but I will say sometimes when I be telling y'all need to go to the gym and like really work on yourself and build yourself, like it be little things like that where you can see where his priorities lie. Like, and the only reason I'm bringing up like his body is because I feel like, again, that's the clearest, like, bro, you're a multi-millionaire. You know what I'm saying? You say you want to do the right things, but you also say you can't control yourself when you're on live stream. You say that you just get so caught up in the sauce that, you know what I'm saying, you just, oh, I'm going to have fun and I'm going to start trolling people. That just shows me, like, you're weak mentally. You know what I mean? And I just feel like a lot of times I be like, bro, going to the gym and working on your body, it literally is like iron sharps iron. Strong body, strong mind, strong soul. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that's the only thing that matters in life, but I be looking at pattern when I like meet people and I'm interacting with people. Sometimes like the way you carry yourself, the patterns that you do in your everyday life, it is a reflection of everything. They say how you do one thing is how you do everything. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it's like, it's not the one say all be all, because obviously people that are in shape could be assholes. But I just feel like somebody like him, you have all this money, you've accomplished so much, you've put bad people in jail, you've grown in so many ways. I really feel like the next arc is Gideon locking in with himself and completely shifting his brain all around. That's my opinion, though. You know, again, I don't know the man, but I think there's some truth there.
Did. The footage showed him loudly urging his fans to take his camera into the McDonald's after police had already ordered him to stay out. Not only that, but the body cam footage released an extended cut of Gideon screaming that he was a multi-millionaire, something that had originally been heard from the live stream, but now that there was footage of him actually getting arrested, it made it look much worse.
I am a multi-millionaire. I promise you, I can take this as far as you want. Officer, you will be in a deposition and you will be arrested. This is...
Here, back here.
No! Call Jake and have him get my lawyer. Call Jake and get my lawyer.
Is this really the route you want to go, officer?
Yep.
Okay. You want to waste taxpayer dollars?
Yep.
Officer, can I ask you a question?
No. And it's like he just be coming off as a big ass crybaby, and it's like that should be lame.
Can I please
sit?
Do you really want to abuse me, officer?
Get your foot in.
I can't even fit in here.
Get your foot in.
Officer, I can't even fit in here.
Get your foot in.
How are you going to arrest somebody that never even went on the property?
Nearly every comment on this video focused on how embarrassing the entire situation looked. Ironically, Gideon even live-streamed himself reacting to the body cam footage. He seemed to believe that, regardless of the criticism, the situation had still produced great content, and he didn't look that bad. The internet didn't see it that way, and public opinion shifted almost overnight. People weren't upset that Gideon got arrested. They were upset that he appeared willing to put his own fans in harm's way just to squeeze a few more viral clips out of the stream. The backlash spread quickly, eventually reaching creators like Critical, who tore into the body cam footage live on stream on July 5th. I think that's the moment Gideon realized how bad—
Berto, don't ever act like this, you'll disappoint us. I mean, bro, I'm not perfect, but that's just that's not even within my character for words like that to come out of my mouth.
Actually, he had misread the situation. The next day, he deleted his reaction streams to the body cam footage and uploaded a 16-minute video titled "I Quit." In it, Gideon says live streaming had pulled him away from the Christian values he wanted to live by. He announced that he was done with live streaming and wanted to focus instead on predator-catching content, rather than creating public disturbances for entertainment. But if he was hoping to get ahead of the story, he was already too late. Barely 20 minutes after the "I Quit" video went live, Critical dropped his own 30-minute video covering the situation, and what had been streamer drama went fully mainstream, pulling in almost 5 million viewers within the first 4 days.
Yeah, bro, that's like, if I ever end up in a Moist Critical video, I hope it's with nothing but praise and glaze. Because this nigga start talking shit about you, you're done. If Moist Critical puts you in a YouTube video, just get ready to have your face plastered up on every reaction channel ever with big bold text. It's over. Facts. You might have to go into hiding for like a year before you pop back out. And depending on what you did, you might not be able to recover, bro.
8 hours.
What's good, Zen?
You very clearly went over the line here when it came to this squatting situation, following him around, and then routinely going into that McDonald's, trying to film it, sending an army of kids in there to also do your bidding as well. The employees didn't want you in there doing that either. Like, the actual workers that are just there trying to make a living, now getting, forced into this content to be fucking props, NPCs for this content here, where you've gone way outside the scope of, like, trying to get a squatter out of a residence. Like, it's just, there is no bias here. Like, they did what they were supposed to do.
As for Gideon's statement, it didn't land particularly well either. It felt like a video he had made in the heat of the moment, rather than something he had really thought through, and the comments reflected that almost immediately. Throughout the video, Gideon says the word genuinely more than 20 times, and most of the top comments are making fun of him for that fact alone.
Genuinely.
That's an ongoing meme, bro. Are you talking about him saying YouTube Jesus? Everybody calls him that.
Genuinely. Genuinely.
As of writing this, the situation is still ongoing, so it's hard to say where Gideon will end up when the dust finally settles. But I don't think this is going to be the type of incident that will necessarily kill his career, provided he of course doesn't dig himself deeper. That being said, it does seem to have, at least for now, left a pretty bad mark on his reputation. If you take a quick look at the comment section on any of his latest videos, or even videos from his collaborators, you will quickly notice hundreds of comments making fun of his multi-millionaire comments, as well as his overuse of the word genuinely. Bro genuinely tried seducing a multi-millionaire. Bro clearly didn't know that you were genuinely a multi-millionaire. Thanks, Jid, for being a genuine multi-millionaire. You rarely see it. You are the most genuine. Keep catching and locking these preds up. Since posting the I Quit video,
I hate how, I mean, he was spamming that hoe, but now it's like, for a regular nigga, you use the word genuinely, now you gonna feel weird. Now anytime you use the word genuinely, the internet gonna be like, genuinely, or are you really being genuine, nigga?
Gideon has uploaded 2 separate full-length predator catch videos within 3 days of each other, which could be his strategy of moving on from and overcoming the controversy, or it's just a coincidence. Personally, whilst I do think Gideon is overall a good person and means well, I don't think he would have responded the way he eventually did if it wasn't for the fact public opinion was quickly shifting against him the more the situation blew up. The only things that seemed to change between him claiming that he was going to sue the police department, that his rights were violated, and debating small commentary channels who criticized him, to privating his videos, apologizing for his behavior, and wanting to collaborate with the police department, was the situation going viral and the internet turning against him. Commentary YouTubers such as Samuel have created videos labeling Gideon's response as quote performative, and
his name's not Samuel. That shit say sloppy mule. Sloppy mule. Jesus. This thing is channel's name Sloppy Mule.
mentioning the fact that he does predator catching videos doesn't automatically mean he can't be criticized or judged, which is a pretty valid take. A strange pattern I've noticed across this entire drama from Gideon's side is how he seems to be constantly testing the waters of just how far he can push things. His initial response to the commentary video calling him out for his original stream before the body cam footage had even gone live was to hop on stream, act like he did nothing wrong, and then debate the YouTuber who called him out. Upon getting some pushback on that video, he deleted it. Then, when the body cam footage released, he reacted to that on stream as well, pushed back on the comments being made against him, and published a VOD where he was defending himself. Sure enough, after there was some pushback in the comments section, he deleted that too. Making this video was actually kind of difficult because of the fact that Gideon seems to post something, get a negative response from his audience, and then instantly remove it, rather than just updating the description, pinned comment, or directly addressing that upload with an update. There is something about that feels evasive, and
it doesn't feel genuine? I thought it felt pretty genuine.
It's more like damage control than a genuine response. There comes a time with almost every IRL streamer when they get lost in the sauce and can only think in terms of views and clip farming. This is the phenomenon that I think occurred with Gideon, as he made several impulsive decisions without really thinking about them. Do I think he maliciously involved his fans or tried to get people arrested? No. Do I think that in the heat of the moment he made a very bad judgment call because the inherent format of IRL streaming incentivizing doing the most obnoxious thing ever 24/7? Yeah, pretty much. If he is true to his word, hopefully he can learn from this extremely terrible fumble and focus on the type of content that, as he puts it, brings him closer to Christ.
Yeah, again, when we initially reacted to this and him saying that he's done streaming, period, I was kind of like, again, it showed to me that he still has a lot of work to do self-development wise, because streaming isn't the problem. Self-control is the problem. And I think he just really needs to lock in with that. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Where you at, family? I'll see you on the next video. Check out my Where You At episode. The link to that is also in the description. I want to see you there. Gone. W first little react, man. Let's keep it pushing, chat. Johnny Somali. I remember this dude. What happened to Johnny Somali? Oh, pause. Why is Gideon so thick, though? Okay. Hey, Yellow, my nigga. Let's go ahead and sit down for a second, bro. Let's go sit down for a second. Let's go ahead and sit down for a second, my nigga. No, that wasn't Yelena. That was Big Bert. I'm learning. That wasn't Yelena, that was me. Berto, how you keep your stream latency so low? What do you mean? Don't start using too big of words, my nigga. I don't know what the fuck that means. What does that mean? My stream latency? I don't even know. The crazy thing is I don't know what you're even talking about. Does that mean my delay? What's good, Domingo? Appreciate the follow. W Yo-Yo with the raid.
Where you at, Berto?
Hey. Hold on, man. I'm about to diss Yo-Yo. In celebration of his raid. Welcome to the Where You At family. Make sure you guys hit that follow button, man. What type beat should I do? I really don't want to smoke with Yo-Yo. Yo-Yo can rap for real. Hey. What we gon'? I need a better beat. Hold on. That nigga Yo-Yo was talking all that shit, huh? 808 crew came through and fell through. Where you at, family? We already know what it do.
Where you at, Berto?
Huh? I seen him talking. I seen that nigga in them scary videos, man, acting like a pussy and whatnot. But y'all already know what it is, man. Where you at, family? Why does this nigga keep talking about me? Look at him here, he's all in his seat. Sitting right down, the bitch is a beat. I see that nigga will spin in the skirt. Put it a drink, making it twerk. I'm got the money, I'm making it flirt. Look at this money, I make it berserk. I got a Karama. Oh fuck, hell no, I suck. Hey, this beat's too aggressive. It's not my vibe. Fuck, hold on. Hey! Love this fan. Run that train. What is that? Hey! I'm done, bro. I suck, bro. And today we're reacting to Hey, man. I'm rusty, bro. I'm dusty and rusty. Fuck it. Whose stream is this? If you don't know, my name is Berto. Where you at, Berto? And I'm a great rapper. All right, man, let's get right into the next vid, man. But, yo, I appreciate the raid, my nigga. Make sure you guys follow up. Jesus Christ. That following sound is annoying as shit. YouTube, like the stream. Let's get into the next thing. Shout out to Kala with the gifted.
I made it
W Kala in the chat. All right, let's keep it pushing, bro. How's Karama? He's doing good. He's doing good. He's finally almost healed up. He's finally almost healed up. Kali been blessing everybody. Did I miss a sub? Did she sub before? No, Yo-Yo's chat. Oh, she was going dumb in Yo-Yo's chat. Well, shit, come go dumb over here too, baby. All right. Spam up. 3, 2. 10 times Streamer University went way too far. Let's get right into it. Where you at, family?
Where you at, Berto?
Bringing weapons onto campus.
Oh,
tackling people into pools. Stealing police cars. And so much more. These are 10 times Streamer University went way too far. And starting at number 1, Mr. Keen was taking no disrespect after his own roommate tried messing with him.
Yeah, stop getting paid.
W4K followers on Twitch.
I love you, Keen.
oh, wait.
Wait. Are you okay?
Some non-content, bro. Some non-content, and don't ever fucking pat my head again, okay? I'm sick and tired of bullshit.
Oh shit, bro. Is he clip farming?
I got touch my head again, right? Don't fucking touch my head again like that.
I got you.
On some no content, don't disrespect me. Trying to disrespect me? Get the fuck out of here, bro. Bro, pat my head like I'm your dog? What the fuck are you doing?
Not only was rubbing King's head like a dog too far, King's reaction was probably also too far, but neither of them went.
I don't think that's too far. If you genuinely don't know a nigga like that and he come pat your head like you some hoe or something, I think that's actually a justified reaction. It's not like he started swinging on him. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, hey, watch out, bro. You keep patting my fucking head, I'm beat your ass. I ain't your friend.
And nearly as far as the beef between Kai and another streamer that led to an all-out brawl, a campus-wide manhunt,
Whoever finds this, I'm going to give 1,000 subs.
and the first student to be expelled in Streamer University
Thank y'all for 4K
history.
on Twitch, man. Y'all follow up on the Twitch.
I'm expelling your ass.
Suburb Baby Streamer U experience already started off on the wrong foot when picking up his schedule.
I actually hate you. I despise you. You want me the first I put my hands on? Cuddy not in here. I don't give a fuck. Cuddy not in here. Cuddy not in here. Get up. Cuddy not in here. Get up. Playing. Give me this. Damn, all right. I catch you without Cuddy. Gonna get real muddy. I'm gonna see you on campus, Dane. Yeah.
But things would only get worse when Suburb got arrested not once, or even twice.
I reacted to a video that this channel posted.
Suburb wasn't having it, so after getting out of prison, he not only confronted Kai outside,
You not even fit to be the DJ. Hey, my office tomorrow, bro. I'm expelling your ass.
after getting threatened to be expelled, things eventually escalated even further, to the point Kai tried to drown him.
One thing about this channel, bro, the way they be saying shit just be a little too over-exaggerated. He said Kai tried to drown him? No, bruh. Damn. YouTube. Ain't nobody got drowned. This all scripted content for fun and entertainment. Jesus. The commentary on this channel be trying to get a nigga cooked, talk about Kai tried to drown him. That's not what happened.
Then, after getting his ass beat, Kai brought Suburb back to his office where he not only got put into detention, while escorting him back to his dorm to pick up his bag so Kai could eventually expel him, Suburb made a run for it. And now with him on the run, Kai not only immediately pronounced him the most wanted man on campus,
This Suburb baby is the most wanted.
with Suburb now hiding in an obscure spot on campus that no one knew how to find, Kai put out a 1,000 subscriber or $5,000 campus-wide bounty on him.
Whoever
He's definitely reusing clips from the last video I saw.
And within just minutes, finally they caught his ass, and this time Kai made no mistake and immediately sentenced him to spend the night in prison while he figures out what to do next.
Hey, think about what you've done.
But as crazy as all that was, it's still not as far as when Kai gave an innocent cameraman a lashing. Alright, a couple things to keep in mind for this section are: 1, Kai does not approve of cameraman speaking.
Cameramen don't talk, bro. Cameramen don't talk.
Wait a minute, bro. Did this nigga just like repost the same video? Because I reacted to this.
From streamers getting their dreams crushed.
You posted your first video. It's pathetic. It's an embarrassment. You're a pathetic exclusive creator. That's your first video.
To pouring burning liquid on a kid and sending him to the hospital.
Bro, this
The
nigga just
situation that went even
clips.
further was the beef between you experience. All
It's not even new. This nigga's a fraud. Chat, this nigga's a fraud, bro. That's why it felt so familiar, because look, I reacted to this the other day. So that's this video. So I was like, okay, that was fun, that was entertaining, and it did well.
Finally, they caught his ass.
He pretty much made the same video, just rearranged the clips, bro. Am I tripping? I'm gonna just skip past this part because we already seen that. Maybe there's some new clips in here.
During his break from streaming, Kai spent countless hours practicing improving his reading.
Take away the vibrancy and spontaneity.
So when Stable Ronaldo challenged Kai to read this one single paragraph without stuttering, with 50 subscribers on the line.
Put on something right now. I'll read it right now. And if I stutter, 50 gifted.
A few moments later.
Go digital and experience unlimited access to DallasNews.com, the daily e-edition, and you already said. I did not even stutter.
And if failing and getting clowned just seconds into his first sentence wasn't already enough, when Kai turned to Run's cameraman for confirmation, all hell broke loose.
Did I stutter?
I'm not gonna lie, you stuttered.
Ron, get out real quick.
I'm not gonna lie, you.
Yeah, we saw this clip. Oh my god, this is annoying. And then we saw this clip too. Bro, what the fuck?
And acting even crazier, leading to multiple real-life arrests.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, this vid's GG's, bro. This nigga, he just made the same video and just rearranged clips, gang. That's kind of crazy.
Creators.
This is why I get mad when y'all try to be like, oh, your content's slop. No, this is slop. I'm not mad at these type of channels, but damn, bro, you couldn't even get new clips. Those channels always do that. Back to back though, like I'm talking about, look at this. Back to back. And they both went viral. That almost made me feel like I need to do it. That's crazy. Avengers trailer. We didn't even get to finish the fucking... Well, we did. We finished the Avengers trailer yesterday, but we didn't get to watch the breakdown that I wanted to see, but... We'll keep pushing for now. Maybe we'll watch it a little later. Chill, Berto. Chill for what? What'd I do? Why are you telling me to chill? What the hell did I do? Why niggas telling me to chill? I ain't even do nothing. Let's move on to the next react, bruh. YouTube, like the stream, like the stream. Let's get to 60 likes. My YouTube streams need to go up more, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I hate to just be one of them number niggas, but there's no reason why I only got 37 niggas on YouTube right now, bro. That shit's crazy. That shit's crazy, bro. That shit don't make no fucking sense. That's crazy. All right. Y'all ready? Spam up.
Where you at, Berto?
What's good, Marie 327? What up? Welcome to the fam, man. 3, 2. Streamer University didn't create its biggest star. We're talking about Suburb Baby. Shout out to Suburb Baby, man. He's been going crazy and he deserves all the shit that he's been getting, man.
I'm too old to go to university, but I will be applying to Streamer University. My old at your big age, 24, going to university. Application 6.
We just watched a star break out right in front of our very own eyes at Streamer University, and his name was Suburb Baby. During one of his mini auditions, he told Kai Cenat that he didn't need Streamer University to prove that he was talented. He told him that, hey, I could use it in order to put these talents on the main stage.
If I don't get a Streamer University, the problem is just like, I feel like I don't get the exposure that I need to showcase my talent for real, you feel me? I feel like that's a little, the little boost I need to get me to that next level.
And just a few days later, not only did he become MVP of the event,
the MVP award goes to Suburb Baby.
but he's also become one of the biggest streamers and success stories from Streamer University. I think he has a long career ahead of him in content creation, but it didn't happen by accident. Once you look at his journey and where he came from, you know it's not luck. You know it's hard work, dedication, perseverance, and a bunch of witty and comedy moments along the way.
Oh, we got 101K niggas in the chat. Lame ass niggas watching me do nothing but bullshit. Man, you not gonna get a fucking job. I'm over here committing crimes. You niggas watching me getting inspired. What's wrong with the world these days?
You know, most niggas are gonna go stupid. Oh shit, I got 100,000. Whoa! So you talking about you lame ass niggas. The fuck you sitting down watching me, bruh. Lame. That's crazy.
If you're new to this and you
That's
haven't
funny.
already, please hit that subscribe button. It's gonna go a long, long way for the channel. Help me become by becoming other topics, not just streamer news. So I don't know. This is where you want to be. Now back into the video. To say that Suburb Baby had some sort of boost during Streamer University would almost be belittling to what actually happened. He didn't just receive something that was temporary or for the moment. He actually had viewers leave the main broadcast and choose to watch him instead. He was pulling over 47,000 live viewers more than Stable Ronaldo, who is an already established streamer who had been a part of FaZe, who is now a part of the Core Boys, and is a pretty big name in the streaming industry. He had more than twice the viewers of established names like Rakai and Lacey, 4 times as many viewers as Your Rage. The only person that he was underneath was Kai Cenat, who was streaming from a different POV and is Kai Cenat. All these people are established creators that have been in the game for years and had built established communities before they got into Streamer University. Literally, we're sitting on a cushion of thousands of people. And the whole time, Suburb Baby was outperforming them while having a significantly less notable streaming fan base and face card. And the peak of it all was a very impressive point, don't get me wrong, but I don't think that that's the most impressive part of it. He averaged more than 42,000 live viewers across 73 hours of streaming. This shows that the audience wasn't arriving for some sort of viral moment. They were arriving because they knew that he was consistently gonna put out good quality content.
Why is he so popular? The thing is, bro, this is one of them situations where if you're dumb, you're gonna call it luck. But if you're smart, this is where luck meets preparation. This nigga, and I don't know if Omizi's gonna get into it, but I just want y'all to know on some real shit. Like, I've been watching Suburb Baby and his rise for a while. And something that is just a fact, you cannot take this away from this nigga. This is just a fact. If you come over to Suburb Baby's main channel, this nigga, look at this, right? He's live right now. He has 25,000 videos uploaded to his main channel. This is just one channel, bro. Matter of fact, I don't even think this is his main channel. 25,000 videos uploaded. That type of work ethic cannot be argued with. Mind you, with the first one being 5 years ago. Chat, I've been doing YouTube for like 10 plus years. And if you look at my channel, my shit's probably, let's actually just look. 1.4 thousand videos. And just so you have some like extra like you know, to compare it to, this is Kai Cenat. 3.3 thousand videos. Let's look at some of your other favorite creators. My brother, Dior. 1.6 thousand videos. So it's like, let's even go to like Moist Critical. Let's go to Moist Critical. He's a big dog, right? Moist Critical, 7,000 videos. So you can see like there's levels to this shit. You know what I'm saying? To have thousands of videos uploaded on a platform is already like groundbreaking. You're clearly a hard worker. You show up, you post a lot, you live and breathe this shit. My nigga, 25,000 videos. It's almost like, yeah, no. I don't think like I'm a hard worker. I know I'm a hard worker, but I can't even compare with that. That's crazy. So then he finally gets his moment at Streamer University. You can't call it luck. This nigga's been grinding. Like I don't even know how the fuck he even posted that much. Grinding.
Content. The 3.11 million hours watched over the course of 5 days is nearly 10 times as much as he did in 2025. And when you look at his 2025 numbers compared to just that week in 2026, brother, this is a success story worth talking about. And so Streamer University being a platform in which streamers were supposed to introduce themselves to the world, Suburb Baby became pretty much the second biggest attraction on campus. The only thing that rivaled him was the mainstay Kai Cenat, the head of the snake. And this is where I think a lot of people get confused. The numbers make it look like it was some sort of overnight success, but Suburb Baby has built an audience of 1.5 million YouTube subscribers before.
Why does the search say Astro Dior ugly? Bro, that was a fucking suggestion. I didn't ever type that, nigga. Man, y'all got me fucked up. Look, when you go to the it literally just be suggesting shit. I typed in Moist Critical and it got a bunch of suggestions. I guess that's something that y'all be searching, bro. Don't play me like that. Watch out. Fuck y'all, man.
Getting into streaming. And so you would think to yourself, oh, Omar, he was an already established content creator, so the translation of the audience isn't really a big deal. But what if I told you just months earlier he was ready to quit content because it wasn't working for him?
I'm officially done making content. Some people might, not be happy because I'm someone they watch on a daily, but man, I've been thinking about this for a while, and let me just give you the reasons I want to stop and not just tell you why I want to stop. I've made well over 5, 6, 7,000 videos, and man, I just genuinely don't feel like the content is what it needs to be, and I don't feel like it'll really ever get to what it needs to be. That's just how I feel.
Now, I would have to acknowledge that Suburb Baby wasn't some sort of unknown streamer going into Streamer University. He'd been making content for the past 5 to 6 years and built an audience on all social media platforms. Not did he just build the YouTube channel, but he also had the TikTok, he had the Instagram, and he had a foundation of comedy sketches that was different than the live streams. You've probably seen it before.
You're a woman, bro. I don't care how many times you do that to me. I'm not gonna touch you back, bro. I'm a man, that should be wrong. What I tell you about that shit? Last time was your last time doing that bullshit without the consequences. Now you going to jail, and I'm not bailing you out this time.
And when he dropped his video just a couple of months ago talking about how he wanted to quit content creation, I immediately diagnosed what I felt like was the problem.
It was just times when I'll be making these skits and these series, and I'm like, damn, like the amount of stress I'm going through and like the rate I'm putting this content out at is genuinely like giving a toll on me mentally. And like I genuinely feel like I'll never be able to get to where I really want to.
And that's the frustrating part about content creation, bro. Like, it's the constant battle of improving, being consistent, and showing up every day, but also where it's like, I don't know when my opportunity is gonna pop off. But this is another example. Like, the hindsight's always 2020. He's looking like he want to quit here in this clip. But he ultimately kept pushing through, and now his life has changed forever. You know what I'm saying? And it's just a frustrating thing. Like, even, with my journey, I went from getting however many views doing animations, right? Boom. I was happy about that. The algorithm changed. streaming reactionary content started popping off. I wanted to dabble in it. So then I had to transition into that. I finally started to get that to work. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm locked in with streaming and doing my more reactionary desktop streams. But then, you know, I'm just such a like, oh, I want to be creative and do something dope. I went and just shot the first episode of my new series, the Where You At series. And, you know, it really fucked me up because it was like I put all this creative energy into it. And I feel like it didn't perform exactly how I wanted to out the gate. And it's like, this is the journey of content creation. It's just like, you just got to keep going. You just got to keep going. You just got to keep going because one day it'll make sense. So, you know, shout out to Suburb Baby for pushing through, bro, because it's like every successful content creator knows this feeling. It's like, when is it going to work? Like, I've been doing this for years. I've been posting thousands of videos. It's still not popping, you know, and there's a difference between views and money, gang. Like, y'all be talking about Suburb, a lot of people was trying to say like, oh, Suburb Baby's popping because, you know, he got 1 million followers on Instagram. My nigga, a lot of people got millions of followers on Instagram and no money. Instagram is one of the platforms that don't pay like that. And TikTok started to pay a little bit, but it's still nothing crazy. So yeah, while it's a blessing to be able to make, you know, $2,000, $3,000, maybe even $4,000 a month off of content, to be doing it full time, literally recording probably 14 hours a day between recording and editing. Like, at that point, I mean, is it that much different than a 9-to-5? Might as well go get a 9-to-5 at that point. You know what I'm saying? So it's not as easy as people make it seem. It's when you start making tens of thousands of dollars a month off of content where you really kind of start like, okay, I feel the trade-off. But to get to that, it's hard, bro. I probably didn't make my first 10,000, you know, consistently till like 2023, gang. I don't even think it was consistent in 2023 because I think 2024 was a real stressful year for me. I might have made it a couple times. You know what I'm saying? So I promise y'all, it's worth it though. If you love this shit, keep fucking going.
Be with my content. I don't know, like, it's just something about like me when I think about content. Don't get me wrong, I think what I'm putting out is good.
For what it's worth, Suburb Baby caught fire in the niche of sketch comedy. But what we do know about a lot of the sketch comedians is that it's a really repetitive cycle. At some point, it gets a little old and tiring. And I'm pretty sure, without naming any names on this channel, you know the sketch comedians who you think have pretty much run their course or burnt out a fan base by doing the same exact stuff over and over again. And Suburb Baby essentially was in that same.
Would you say it's the same with music or not? I mean, I would say it's damn near even worse with music. Before we had our first hit in music, it took goddamn 4 or 5 years to get something to pop off, and even then, it didn't even pop off to a degree where like we were superstars or nothing. We just had our first song hit like 1 million views, which, you know, that came with its stuff, but it's like, this shit is genuinely, this content creation shit is not for the weak, bro. I promise y'all. I keep trying to tell y'all, it is not for the weak. It's a blessing. I'll never complain. I will never say that, you know, I'd rather work a regular job than this, because I feel like working a regular job is definitely harder. It's a blessing to be able to do this, but if your mental is not strong, like, this shit will break you. It will.
Right. Even in that video, he names the series that he had. And when I go back and look at it, I see same video after same video after same video getting the same point across with no expounding on anything. And while I did agree with him that the sketches were most likely dead, right? They didn't need to continue on. Honestly, I was tired of it. I'm pretty sure you're all tired of hearing that big fella. But the thing about the sketch comedy game is that it opens up so many lanes, and the skills that you've built building that audience can also work in streaming. It's basically required for Streamer University and streaming. Playing different roles taught him how to adjust his energy depending on who he was around. Writing the different scenarios taught him how to do a beginning, a conflict, and some sort of payoff at the end. Improv taught him how to respond when live content moved in an unexpected direction. And unlike creators who only know how to react to certain clips, Suburb Baby knew how to create scenes with an S, multiple different moments that are entertaining. Basically, while these other creators that I saw on campus were trying to chase a moment because that's all they knew how to do. Hey, I'm reacting to something. When I get to Streamer University, I'll recreate what I would react to on a normal basis. Suburb Baby decided that he was going to take his skits that he implements across his different platforms and just say, hey, I've got a longer runway for these things now. With a bigger audience, with bigger names, I'll just get these same skits off with these people.
What's good,
his problem
Tony?
was never lack of talent. He just needed the correct environment to showcase how these talents translated into streaming. Suburb Baby arrived with the skills, but Streaming University still required him to make people care about his journey. And this is probably where the real separator came in. Before he even entered the campus, he began creating a story during the auditions.
But I'm gonna have to look at that application one more time, gang. Stay in touch is not a guaranteed, denied, or acceptance. Stay in contact, right?
Gotcha. I ain't even gonna tell you why I should be at Stream University. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do when I'm there. I ain't gonna do no work. I might be a jerk. And all the female professors, I might make them twerk. I'm just being honest with you.
And this is your last stop.
No, I'm going to Atlanta.
You going to Atlanta?
I'm going to Atlanta.
Well. I'll see your bitch in ATL. Get the on my office. Cody, get this nigga. Yay! What the fuck?
You know, you asking me why, you asking everybody else, why should they be let in? I'm asking what the people want to know. Why should you be let in?
Suburb Baby didn't treat each audition as some sort of...
Showed up to every audition, by the way, you know what I'm saying, on short notice. That nigga's put that money where his mouth is, too. You gotta travel, he got a crew, he got a cameraman. Come on now. This nigga said they want it. Did you want it this bad, though?
Of isolated incident to impress Kai Cenat. You're probably asking yourself, dang, how did he get the opportunity to audition 3 times that day? No. He flew to all 3 cities that Kai Cenat was hosting these auditions in. And in each of the 3 auditions, he created an ongoing storyline.
What up, little nigga? Hey, Casey, I ain't gonna cap, bro. You know, last time you told me, you know, I didn't have enough energy. You know, I was trying to be respectful. But this time, fuck that respect shit. Nigga, I ain't even gonna tell you why I should be at Stream University. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do when I'm there.
I felt like out of everyone that auditioned, Suburb Baby was so obviously like he had to get picked. And it was funny that Kai Cenat saved him for last as well.
Every time he returned, viewers already understood the history between him and Kai. The question was no longer simply, whether he would be accepted. It honestly became whether his persistence would finally pay off. And when it did, it did. These auditions would give the audience a reason to become emotionally invested before Streamer University even started. And once he arrived, he continued that same exact approach.
Suburb. Shut up, nigga. I'm watching your stream the other day. You said I look like a blobfish.
I did?
Yeah. No. Don't get the amnesia. You said I look like a blobfish. You know what you look like?
Me?
You know what you look like?
What?
An uneducated kangaroo. Nigga, fuck you, nigga. Fuck you.
You will be the first thing I put my hands on.
Cuddy not in here, nigga.
And you can see that same story building, same energy, and same mindset trickle into all the interactions that he had on campus with a bunch of different creators. Suburb Baby didn't just stand in the background waiting to be, what did that one woman say? A cheerleader in the bigger streamer streams.
The small streamers try to figure out where they can go, and they can't go anywhere. They're expected to just stick around the big creators and be the supporters and the people clapping in the back.
He came into these situations.
What is she talking about?
Situations with energy, a character, or a clear idea as to how he can contribute. Even if it went as far as saying that he could join a group that was already established well before he got there.
I know the answer is no, but I still want to ask you. I got the opportunity. Nigga, I want to be cool.
Okay.
I know the answer, no, but I just wanted to ask.
No, it's not no. We're gonna have to.
It's hell no.
Hell no, bro. Man, y'all niggas funny as fuck.
He avoided being dependent on disrespect or serious conflict. He can create tension through comedy.
Is that the same girl that was pulling on Lacey's leg? Who is she? Why does she feel the need that she could do shit like that? That's the same girl that was pulling on Lacey's leg, chat?
Chris Breezy.
He can create tension through comedy or exaggeration or reoccurring jokes. And I think this is what made other creators feel comfortable furthering what was going on with him. Especially as the weekend went on, they could even identify that, hey, that's that guy who made that really funny clip and didn't go overboard. If he does approach me or when he does approach me, I'm gonna go ahead and play into what he's got going on. He's giving not only just the creator, but also the audience reason to search him later on. And that's why he's seeing so much success translating into followers and direct viewership rather only reposted clips. It's gotten so crazy that people aren't just watching Suburb Baby because he's around Kai. People are literally choosing Suburb Baby when Kai Cenat is live at the same time.
Hey, tell me what number down.
I got you.
You next up, bro. Your production finna get crazy. I already know.
Oh, for sure.
Looking back at all of it, I don't think the most impressive thing about Suburb Baby Streamer University run wasn't that he peaked at 195K. It wasn't that he got 443,000 new followers. It wasn't becoming the second biggest streamer on campus either. And it wasn't that he put a honey bun on stream the other day as well as a result of all the viewership that he had gotten during Streamer University.
What that number say? You tell me. Say it.
100,000.
No, say that. That's more. Say the exact number. And that's not a screenshot. That's not a screenshot. That's my actual. That's one of my accounts. Bitch, nigga, I'm spending it all.
Okay, now I may be capping out. Now that's pretty impressive. The most impressive thing to me was that he called.
He got 90,000 viewers right now.
It months before it happened. During his first auditions, he never said Streamer University would make him talented. He never said Kai Cenat needed to teach him how to make content. He simply said that he needed the attention to showcase to everyone what he could do. And that's exactly what happened. Streamer University didn't make Suburb Baby, actually amplified him. And anybody looking to be successful at Streamer University, Suburb Baby is a 100% case study to follow.
W video, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that in the comment section, man. Y'all already know I'm giving Suburb Baby his flowers, bro. I think he definitely deserves it. You can't argue with that level of work ethic. I showed y'all the videos, bro. I showed y'all the videos. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all, man. Where you at, family? Like up, sub up, follow on Twitch, turn your noties on so you never miss a live stream reaction. I'll catch you on the next one. I'm gone. What's up, buddy? You alright? I woke up Chris Breezy, and you know I'm the man. Alright, I got a real long one for this next vid. This next vid's about to be a long one. This is going on the Berto Extra channel. So y'all get y'all popcorn, snacks. I think it's gonna be a good video though. I'm excited about this one. It's gonna be long though. Y'all ready? W52 on YouTube, man. Let's get that up. Like the stream, like the stream, like the stream. Hey, Berto, are you really gonna commit to judo? The video wasn't about me committing to judo. It was more about me experiencing it and pushing myself as far as I can go and then presenting to y'all, you know what I'm saying, that it's kind of a mind over matter thing. The Where You At series isn't about, you know, one particular thing. And you guys will see that as we, you know, continue to expand on it. But like episode 2 will be another niche situation. You know what I'm saying? Like episode 2, I'm not 100% sure. I haven't like confirmed it yet. But episode 2 is going to probably be, I don't want to spoil nothing, but it's about trying new things and just kind of seeing where you're at. Hence the name, Where You At. Episode 2 should be cooking. I'm definitely going to do a cooking one at some point. I don't think I'm going to do that for episode 2, though. What's good, Chris? Y'all glazing Karama, bro. Why don't y'all glaze me like that? Why don't I get met with that same level of glaze? That's the problem with Karama, bro. He just be stealing all the attention, man. I'm jealous. I want attention. I want glaze. What's good, Big? Man, Berto don't know how to chef it up. On everything I love, I know how to cook some shit. On everything I love, I know how to cook. I'm a good cook. A real good cook at that. Stop playing with me. I just be lazy. Let's get into this next vid, man. Look, he aura farming right now. Who's aura farming? Karam? How's he aura farming? What's he doing? He is handsome as hell, though. What's up, Ramon? Do we have a each channel on Discord? I'm pretty sure we do. We have a food channel on the Discord. If I hit 1K subs by 2027, can we collab? My nigga. You gotta aim higher than that, bro. 1,000 subs. You gotta aim higher than that, my nigga. I believe in you, bro. Go for 10. Go for 10. Let's get into this next vid, chat. Three, two.
Where you at, Berto?
I hate Netflix Avatar. Let's get right into it, man. Where you at, family? How many of y'all are actually watching the Netflix Avatar series? I watched the first season and I was like, it's okay. You know, I wasn't like mad at it. But season 2, I couldn't even get through that shit, bro. That shit looked booty cheeks. Let's see what it's talking about.
The first season of Netflix's Avatar: The Last Airbender was better than the M. Night Shyamalan movie, and that's pretty much the nicest thing I can say about it, except perhaps that it had the potential to be better. A second season is a second chance. In some ways, it's the moment that a show truly
Why is it so hard for them to do this shit, though? It's like, I don't be understanding why they just keep half-assing shit.
Becomes itself. It's where One Piece found the footing to step up from merely good adaptation to one of the greatest of all time. But then it's also where Stranger Things proved the Russos had exactly one season's worth of ideas and started our torturous descent into the bottomless mystery box. In setting out on their second outing, Natla's showrunners found themselves at the crossroads of these two outcomes, with a chance to double down on what worked and discard what didn't, but also a risk of, just f***ing it up.
VFX is expensive. That's not a fucking excuse. If I look up how much Netflix is worth mixed with the Avatar franchise, these niggas could afford to make a goddamn Marvel movie if they wanted to. 10 times over. It is not because VFX is expensive.
Some more. So, which way did they go? It's still better than the Shyamalan movie? Except that's over faster. This review is brought to you by Zenless Zone Zero. Hoyoverse's gorgeous free-to-play Zenless Zone Zero today. One thing that hasn't really changed since the last season of Natla is how the second one starts, opening on a scene of Fire Nation soldiers hunting down innocent civilians, followed by a character assassination of one of the original's most geriatric cast members. To be fair, this fight scene where the gang defends the refugees of Omashu is nowhere near as cringy as season 1's "Look Ma, we can do genocide on screen now" bit, but to be balanced, live-action Grand's mind-numbing exposition dump has nothing on what they did to my boy Boomy. The whole idea of Omashu's king instantly surrendering to protect his people from the Fire Nation is already a wee bit undermined by, the first scene showing those same people being hunted like animals while he sits back doing fuck all, but it's Netflix's choice to have him kicking back in a palatial royal prison cell that really puts the nail in his hanging metal coffin.
Nerfing Boomy's gotta be a sin game. Like what?
You know, the one that he's not in this show.
Is it time for tea?
The way the original played it, there was a shrewd, self-sacrificing wisdom in Boomy's choice not to fight, to wait and watch for the perfect chance to turn the tables on the invaders. But this version just makes him look like a lazy, crazy asshole. All talk of neutral Jing coming off as a half-assed excuse to hole up in a nice hotel while his city burns, like...
DG, where you been, bro?
Feel everything so that I could feel nothing, which is the key to feeling everything.
What the f*** are you even talking about, bro? And to make...
Yo, who wrote this script? Just follow the plot. You don't even... That's be the problem with these remakes, gang. You don't even need to, like, overthink shit. All of the content is right there for you. Just follow the plot. You could... you literally almost could... Especially in dialogue scenes... You know, maybe for, like, fighting scenes or whatever, you got to change the choreography. But, like, dialogue, gang, you damn near could just go word for word, bruh. I'm so confused.
Matters worse, we don't even get to enjoy the cool fight on the scaffolding and slides that's supposed to introduce us to Team Azula, because instead the episode's gotta immediately shift gears to adapting the Serpent's Pass for some reason. Just jumping right to the midpoint of book 2 and making that the intro? Why not? Actually, I can think of one really good reason why not, which is Appa, who, what with them not having been to the library yet, hasn't been kidnapped yet, meaning they could just fly over the dangerous mountain trail, which the entire point of it in the original show was to demonstrate how hard they have it without Appa. Even if they have to go back and forth a few times to ferry over all the refugees, it would still be faster, and they have 4 Kyoshi warriors, Team Avatar, and a choke point that they can defend if the Fire Nation does catch up with them before they're done doing the back and forth. So there's just no reason not to do that, except, I guess, that it means the show doesn't end up cutting another big scary sea monster, which does lead to a pretty solid CGI set piece, but I really don't think that setting that up was worth forcing themselves.
Mind you, if you guys can afford to do this, like, just save the budget for something that we actually care about. Like, again, big scary CGI monster. I'm not mad at this. It visually looks okay. But then why do the fight scenes look so shitty?
To tell us how scary Azula is instead of being able to show it in one of the coolest fights from the original series.
Everyone from Amashi's got 1,001 scary stories about Zuko's sister, Azula. She's the one who slashed and burned the city.
So she's actually worse than Zuko? Is that even possible?
Really just went with the first take there, huh? Delaying the library also means that Team Avatar doesn't actually, have anything important to tell the Earth King when they do get to Ba Sing Se. So they throw in this random scene of Sai the Mechanist giving a little roadside PowerPoint on stuff we already know about Sozin's Comet from the winter solstice, and that becomes the intel that they desperately need to deliver, because I guess nobody in the Earth Kingdom army has an almanac or a telescope. The long walk doesn't just create chances to exposition dump, though. It also leaves space for some CW core flirting.
Peach pear?
Oh, no, I couldn't. There's a limited amount of food.
It's my peach pear from my rations.
You should eat it.
You're being very rude about my peach pear. Try it.
I think I may owe Riverdale an apology. The B-plot of Zuko and Iroh hanging out on a random farm is a total drag, if I'm being honest, and with only 1 episode of setup compared to the 4 or 5 that it took in the original series, Zuko's decision to split off and go it alone at the end comes completely out of nowhere. And then the C-plot is just about Azula explaining this crazy master plan to invade Ba Sing Se that never actually happens or goes anywhere, and then her dad tells her to go find her brother while this other guy, who's like a big Azula simp, takes charge of the operation. We do at least get a fight scene with May and Ty Lee out of that, but it's as dimly lit as it is
I hope they don't mess up a Naruto live action. I hope they don't make one. Bro, on everything, yo, please do not make a Naruto live action. Spare us, please.
Poorly justified, with Azula just telling them, you have 10 seconds to kill each other or I'll kill both of you, as a little loyalty pop quiz, which turns the subtext of her friends being scared of her into explicit hit the second screen audience over the head with it text, and just fundamentally misunderstands all of these characters. Yes, Azula sees her friends as tools, but she still wants them to like her. She craves their validation so much that she literally loses her mind when they do finally reject her. I just don't think that she would ever do this. May definitely wouldn't be this gung-ho about killing Ty Lee, and by making this our first real introduction to how Azula's sidekicks fight, they end up coming off as squabbling.
I'm not trying to talk shit about May's actor, but that ain't my May, bro. That is not my May.
Goons who don't really like each other, instead of the terrifyingly united girly pop murder force that they are in the anime, which would really be a problem if they bothered to adapt the chase, but luckily, the next episode only uses like 3 total scenes from it, except it's not lucky at all because it uses those scenes to completely ruin both of Book 2's best episodes. Zuko alone is Avatar at its most gripping and dramatic, some of the best world building and character development in the entire series. It highlights the innate good in Zuko right out of the gate when, even though he's starving, he refuses to rob a pregnant couple. Oh, never mind, I forgot this was the edgy grimdark version, which kinda makes him a massive hypocrite when he then steps in to stop some soldiers from robbing a small child. But hey, at least that whole relationship still lets us explore the irrationality of the us versus them mentality that could cause somebody to hate a firebender who's protecting them from earthbenders.
Didn't they try to make a Bleach one? Bro, I watched the fucking Bleach live action just as a Bleach fan, because Bleach is my favorite anime, like my #1 anime of all time, bro. And again, my nigga, just spare us the Naruto joint. Just spare us the Naruto joint. Don't even attempt it.
Who are trying to rob them, right? You know, like the fundamental theme of the episode. At least that's still there, right? I'm just gonna put a little pin in that while I talk about the other episode they f***ed up. The Blind Bandit is Avatar at its most fun, introducing us to Toph, who is the greatest, and gets to show off just how the greatest she is in 2 absolutely delightful pro-wrestling flavored fight scenes. It introduces some of the most memorable minor characters in the entire series, and gives us some of Avatar's most iconic one-liners.
What a try.
They tried, I guess. Except, you know, with how they set that scene up, which doesn't actually
everything just looks so cringe.
Make any sense. These 2 dudes just come up to them out of nowhere, specifically to tell them about Earth Rumble. But then when they ask, they just give them the none ya business as a prank on these random strangers that they overheard talking in a market. Utterly bizarre writing. Almost as bizarre as how they chose this episode to be the one where Aang just kind of spontaneously develops a sense of humor and whimsy, dragging the whole refugee camp to town to see the world's largest croco-rhino egg. In a vacuum, I don't really mind this plot beat, having them argue with Katara over whether or not the roadside attraction is the real deal or some earth-bent-up scam. Honestly feels like something the original series might have done. But to have Aang just transform into a goofball this late in this show, where he was glum-face McBroody pants all last season and went through a whole-ass puberty off-screen, creates this very weird feeling of his character regressing in what's supposed to be the book where he grows up. And it sure doesn't help that Gordon Cormier's acting skills completely failed to grow up with him.
I need to understand neutral Jing, and I've seen you do it. Can you just show me how you earthbend?
Everything's vibrating all around us. Squirrels run across tree branches. Ants carry little bits of sand through the moss. We're all connected through the earth. Even you. Could feel the moment you walked into my house, Twinkle Toes.
I bet the badger moles made you feel safe.
This stilted, self-conscious, dare I say, Noah Schnappcore performance is bad enough when he's being positive, but it makes him insufferable at his angstiest.
We even got in front of the king in the first place.
And that worked really great, didn't it?
Please note that I spelled angst with 2 A's there, and feel free to applaud. Thankfully, this is the fun episode, except the Zuko parts, which are quite angsty with 1 A, so we don't really have to deal with that just yet, but we do have to deal with them completely butchering Toph's first fight, where instead of a whole stable of earthbending personas, Earth Rumble comes down to her and one other guy, the Boulder, who doesn't even really act like the Boulder, and their fight sucks. She takes him down very slowly, with none of the brutal efficiency that let her take on 7 guys at once in the original version's finale. And worst of all, we don't even get a shitty, watered-down version of that finale because they replaced it and the ending of Zuko Alone with the big Azula fight from the chase. In the Zuko Alone plot, instead of exposing himself by trying to defend the family that put him up from evil earthbenders, Zuko just abandons them when he hears
The Avatar's here! The Avatar's in the village!
and ends up running into his sister while chasing down Aang, leading to that whole showdown with everyone versus her, which...
This shit's ass, bro. Yo, Yellow! That's funny! That's crazy. That was almost some alignment shit right there. I swear to God, I didn't even read chat. And that was just literally what came to my head. This shit is so ass. Yo!
Of course, the kid just happens to be there to see, and that's why he throws a rock at Zuko, who actually deserves it in this version, because instead of, you know, protecting them from people who were trying to rob them, he burned down half the fucking town to try to capture some innocent kid. Crazy how they made that less morally nuanced and mature than the cartoon for literal children. But that's not all, because instead of dramatically showing her parents who she really is in the ring where she defined herself and having that motivate her decision to leave with the Avatar, Toph just kind of butts into the middle of all them fighting with Azula and says, "Whoa there, Twinkle Toes, you didn't tell me I'd get to kill people. F my family. I'm Team Avatar now, baby." In light of all that, it is actually very impressive how much Miyako manages to feel like Toph, even while she's saying bullshit like that. She really is perfectly cast for the role, but good act.
So she's the only one that's actually like carrying shit, but it's just not enough.
Acting can only do so much with scripts this bad.
Oh, yeah. Not involved in that, friendo, but you can shoot your shot if you want. You've got to be like the shadiest person I've met in the city so far. I'm definitely not following you to a second location.
The plot bending does start to work a little bit better as we settle into Ba Sing Se for the rest of the season, but not immediately. Before arriving in the city, episode 3 sets up the start of Aang's earthbending training from Bitter Work, which then gets interrupted by Toph's teacher and the Boulder trying to capture her, only for them all to get distracted.
I feel like even as I'm just watching like these clips, Avatar is not one of those shows where you can pull punches, bro. The moment they decided that they were gonna make an Avatar live action, they literally should have came in this bitch like, all right, we going half a fucking 500 million on the budget, gang. We gotta make this shit look amazing. Because there's just, bro, it is a show about people controlling the elements with their hands and feet. Water needs to be everywhere. Fire needs to be everywhere. We need to be having earth. You know what I'm saying? You know when you're watching a movie and the ground is cracking from all different directions, like you need to have the budget on max before you even attempt to do this shit. Because it's like you can't have rock bending fight scenes and they're just pebbles flying across the screen, bro. Like, what the fuck? That shit is ass.
Giving Aang earthbending advice in what is honestly a really funny scene, but then they don't actually conclude that story arc before they get to the city, so Toph ends up having to do that bit where she yells at Aang until he figures out how to earthbend in the middle of a fancy party scene. That said, the fancy party itself is one of the better parts of the entire show. There's lots of snooty gossiping, backhanded compliments, and other social maneuvering that add quite a bit of depth and texture to the high society politics of the Earth Kingdom, and everyone gets their own thing to do here. Like, Aang actually ends up befriending Long Feng, who positions himself as an ally to try to control the Avatar, which I actually think is a much more effective way of establishing how slimy and manipulative he is than just having him present as this obviously evil, scheming vizier type guy in the original series. Then Katara helps Toph stick it to these snooty bullies.
Your friend? We went through a lot to get here. How could we not be friends?
What are you talking about? You guys met last episode. You've been through literally 2 things. Wait, no, I'm trying to be positive here. I really like how Sokka strikes up an early friendship with the professor from the library episode. That's really fun and kind of plays up how he's a scientist type character. Until he's reminded of all his girlfriend trauma and goes to drown his sorrows in cactus juice, which the show just turns into member berries garbage.
It's a giant mushroom. Maybe it's friendly.
I don't understand why they can't just, like, make a new joke about him hallucinating something that's actually in the room and he can actually look at, instead of randomly quoting the scene from the cartoon, absent the context of there's a big mushroom cloud over there. Dog shit writing. Why did I like this episode again? Oh, right, the B-plot. All of this gets intercut with Zuko's side of the Serpent's Pass story, where he teams up with Jet's freedom fighters to steal food for a boat full of refugees. And when you juxtapose that against all the high society stuff, plus the bit where the gang visits Danny Pudi and the other refugees in the lower quarter, it ends up painting a pretty comprehensive portrait of the social stratification of Ba Sing Se. It's the closest that maybe any of this show gets to actually having a coherent theme. And the episodes that follow it really benefit from it being able to leave a lot of its thematic and plot threads dangling. By spending 4 straight hours in Ba Sing Se, we get a lot of time to soak in the uneasy atmosphere of this city ruled over by secret police and explore the factions.
Facts. What the hell?
For control of it behind the scenes. Danny Pudi getting disappeared is also a really good way of raising the stakes of that storyline, even if it also furthers the sad Sokka side plot, which I'm not a fan of. And overall, I think that turning the Dai Li plot into more of a background story thread instead of the dominant problem of the week for a couple of episodes does wonders for the sense of intrigue that it evokes. It also gives us time to really live with the characters in the city, which is pretty cool, especially since the production actually went and built quite a few practical sets to depict Ba Sing Se instead of holodecking everything like they did last season. Instead of being contained to a single episode, the tales of Ba Sing Se get to be spread around as subplots, which, I mean, they do kind of royally f*** up everything about Leaves from the Vine, except the bit where Iroh forgives that mugger. And since Appa hasn't been kidnapped yet, they can't really do Momo's story at all. But they are able to draw out Jin and Zuko flirting with each other over multiple episodes now, which makes their eventual date feel like a proper payoff with emotional buildup and whatnot. And Sokka gets to have his little haiku battle, which they even turn into a bonding moment with Toph. I really appreciated that because they are easily the best actors on Team Avatar, and it was fun watching them interact without Aang dragging them down. Toph
Damn.
also gets to go through her own little live-action original subplot about her parents secretly selling weapons to the Fire Nation, which I guess it's not really original so much as they just copy-pasted Asami's arc from season 1 of Korra. But that was one of the least bad parts of Korra, and it gives her something to do while we wait for her to, you know, get kidnapped and invent metal bending. It would have been nice if she could have just done the whole spa day thing with Katara instead, but sadly the gang's waterbender is busy being a secret superhero.
Katara? Why are you helping these people? They're Fire Nation!
So, yeah, they just kind of moved the whole Painted Lady bit from book 3 to here and made it into an ongoing storyline about Katara sneaking medicine into the lower ring, helping poor people with their problems, stopping Jet from doing a pogrom on the city's Fire Nation defectors, and other such things. She even teams up with the Blue Spirit at a couple points to dish out vigilante justice. It's fucking terrible. It completely divorces the Painted Lady from her original purpose of humanizing the civilians of the Fire Nation and fleshing out their culture.
The metal bending part? What did they do with the metal bending part? That was literally one of the most peak scenes from Toph, discovering that she can metal bend. I almost don't even want to see it, bro.
Not to mention her status as a river spirit, which was supposed to be cover for Katara waterbending. Plus, putting on a disguise wouldn't do anything to stop the Dai Li from identifying her, since they're gonna see her walking out of the Avatar villa in the disguise. Narratively, logically, it doesn't make any goddamn sense, except perhaps in the sense that someone in the writer's room with some kind of agenda wanted to shoehorn in more scenes with her and Zuko. I don't want to get too tinfoil hatty about that, though, since someone else in the writer's room did not do Zuko any favors with his side of the whole vigilante subplot. Through this season's tragic flashback sequences, we discover that the Blue Spirit isn't a character that Zuko invented, but rather the hero of his favorite bedtime stories Mommy used to read him. In the broad strokes, that isn't that different from the original context of the mask being a prop from his mom's favorite play, Love Amongst the Dragons. But when you drill down to the more specific details, it becomes the difference between using some theater props you had lying around to make your own superhero costume and going out LARPing as Batman in real life. The fact that Zhao didn't fall on his ass laughing the second the Blue Spirit showed up is now retroactively the single most embarrassing thing about his entire character. But speaking of Zhao, this part of the story is also where the characters finally get to Wan Shitong's library, which might prompt you to wonder how they managed to get all the way out of the city and into the desert to find that when there's only, a couple episodes left to go. And that's the neat thing. They don't. In this version of Avatar, the legendary long-lost spirit library that Earth Kingdom scholars have been seeking for generations is just a random collapsed building in the middle of downtown Ba Sing Se. I will never complain about live-action One Piece making its world feel too small ever again. Putting that aside, though, and the bizarre choice to make this where live-action Jet dies...
How do y'all genuinely feel about live-action One Piece? I will say season 1, I enjoyed it. I pretty much wrote season 1 off One Piece as like, okay, this was pretty good. But I have not been enjoying season 2 as much. But I haven't hated it. I'm like 3 episodes in on season 2 One Piece live action, and it's not as good as season 1 in my opinion. How do y'all feel though?
Jet, we have to get him out somehow.
How?
I don't know. We have to go back in.
How do we get him out?
No, he's gone.
The episode overall is pretty good. For starters, they did a fantastic job of bringing the library itself to life with a mix of practical sets and the volume, which is kind of perfectly suited to creating massive, physically impossible spaces like this. Avatar's Yang Chen and Kyoshi also both show up here, with the former kind of just being there to deliver all the exposition about the Avatar cycle that Guru Patik is supposed to give to Aang, but, they don't have time to put him in the show, so she just does it instead. While Kyoshi appears before Toph to tell her all about the Day of Black Sun, which lore-wise is really weird, but giving Avatar's 2 most badass lady earthbenders a chance to interact is fun enough fan service to justify the contrivance, I guess. Wan Shitong is also beautifully animated and genuinely scary when he starts freaking out on everyone, and while it is definitely less poetic than having Professor Zay's lust for knowledge drive him to bury himself with the library, the way the owl spirit just fucking murks him after he goes out of his way to tell him about Team Avatar using his knowledge for evil because snitches get stitches is hilarious. There's a lot of good stuff in the rest of the episode, too, like Toph finally getting her heart-to-heart with Iroh over that Common cup of tea, which gives him the push that he needs to really open up to Zuko, and that relationship is still the emotional bedrock of this entire adaptation, so that scene really hits. Plus, we get maybe my favorite Azula moment in the entire live-action series.
All we have to do now is figure out who the Shadow Ruler is. How do we do that? Unfortunately, we're going to have to do it the easy way. Oh, Judy? Yes?
The fuck? That's actually kind of funny. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to do it the easy way. Pulls out Fireball of Doom, about to burn her to ash.
But unfortunately, all of that just ends up...
W King's plot with the prime! 7? Big King in the chat. W King in the chat, man. Much love, brother.
Leading us into the worst parts of the entire show to date. The library is, of course, where Appa finally gets bison napped, in this version by the Dai Li instead of Sandbenders, since, you know, they're in the city. And we're supposed to feel all sad about that, but that's a little difficult to do when Appa is barely in the show and barely interacts with Aang or anyone else because all that fur makes him such a huge CG budget sink. We can't really feel his absence when his presence was limited to a few pillow shots, which makes it pretty challenging to relate to this version of Aang in his grief, and that's kind of a problem because he's a giant fucking asshole about it.
Why didn't you stop them?
No, I tried!
You let them take Appa.
Dang, stop it! We barely got out of there. Toph did what she could.
It wasn't enough.
She saved us.
I don't care.
Aang also didn't take this well in the original, of course, but there is a world of difference between a 12-year-old boy lashing out over losing his oldest friend and a 16-year-old young man throwing that same tantrum, especially filtered through acting this monotonous. What's sympathetic in the...
Monotonous. Shit.
One is just pathetic in the other, and while I didn't like this Aang up till now, episode 6 made me actively hate him. With Team Avatar now finally having a real reason to talk to the Earth King, not to mention questions about Appa, the episode focuses on them breaking into the palace with the help of a general from the outer...
Berto's my favorite LGBTQ streamer. Nigga, what are you talking about?
Wall, who's opposed to the Dai Li,
Shout
which
out to
does
my
lead to a bit of
LGBTQs,
fun heist planning, which Aang refuses to stop whining through.
Qatar creates a sudden blizzard, and the guards have to go in to get their coats.
You guys have had all morning to come up with something, and this is the best we've got?
And he keeps on whining into the heist.
I can't think straight. I miss him.
The fuck? Hey, bro, nah, this nigga sucks. I can't. I'm sorry, nigga. What are you doing? It almost feels like he's having a episode trying to be like Joker. What's going on?
Okay, I miss him.
Which really...
What is wrong with you, gang? Breathe.
Doesn't help after Long Feng comes in and starts exposing everyone's secret superhero identities and illegal arms deals in order to shred their credibility with the Earth King. For the villain's part, that is actually a very clever plan, and I do really like how he controls the flow of the scene, twisting everyone's words and deeds to his own ends. Ultimately, I think this is a better version of the character than we got in the original, and Shin Han plays him perfectly. It's just a shame that these are the heroes he has to work against.
You all act like my friends, like you understand the pressure.
I thought Sokka and Katara are black, or at least Indian. You know they wasn't gonna cast no nigga for this, bro. They always gonna... It's like anytime they see somebody with a little bit of melanin in their skin, they always gonna opt to put a Caucasian in their spot. Facts.
I'm under, but you don't.
Conceptually, I don't hate the idea of having Team Avatar lose the battle for the Earth King's trust and being on the back foot, but I do hate how the writers made them react to that. This change takes us well off the rails to the original season finale, in which the gang lets their guard down and splits up after beating Long Feng. So in order to force the story back on that path for maximum fan service while still completely fucking up the ending, everyone has to scream at each other now until they go their separate ways. Toph and Katara both being extremely defensive about how the villain twisted their own secrets against them while refusing to listen to each other's explanations. Sokka failing to stand up for either his sister or his friend who confided in him about her family having perhaps committed some light treason. And worst of all, Aang, at a moment when his cartoon counterpart would absolutely be rallying everyone to search for Appa and stop the Dai Li however they can, just giving up, whining, "It's over, he beat us, and it's everyone's fault but mine." The fact that he's still mad at Toph for letting Appa get captured instead of letting him and everyone else get killed is just ridiculous. That's supposed to be a knee-jerk, irrational first stage of grief reaction, not a sustained source of anger for his character. Hanging on to an intrusive thought like that for days is actually clinically insane, and his reasons for yelling at Katara are even more contrived, to the point they had to make him act like literally the opposite of himself.
You're the painted lady? I can't believe you lied to everyone so you could help these people. I know I shouldn't have. No, I think it's great. You're like a secret hero.
I do everything that I can to help you.
No, you're off doing your own thing. You don't care.
The first season had a real problem with sanding down.
Yeah, bro, watch out. Netflix, go ahead and just pack this shit up, bro. This shit don't need to be on the platform no more. Don't you all dare give us a season 3. Keep that shit.
Character flaws, reducing dialogue to dry exchanges of exposition, but this is a gross overcorrection. Moving production from the no characterization factory over to the mischaracterization factory is not an improvement. Look at this shit.
What's
So
good,
you
pal?
kind of love Zuko? Well, I love you, but I would have killed you.
You miscalculated. I love Zuko more than I fear you.
I'm not saying every change is bad. When Azula convinces Zuko to help her take down the Avatar, instead of dangling the carrot of Daddy's approval one more time after he already rejected it, here she talks about how Ozai is always pitting them against each other while their mother always wanted them to get along. For Zuko, at this point in his journey, that's a much more compelling pitch, one that builds on the emotions of that big heart-to-heart that he just had with Katara, instead of simply rejecting them. And
I remember watching the OG Avatar, and I thought Zuko and Katara were gonna end up being a thing. But yeah, I mean, you know, obviously Katara and Aang work, but I was definitely shipping Zuko and Katara. I can't cap.
It's also a much more compelling angle for Azula, who in this version was literally planning to murder Zuko.
I'm tripping. Y'all don't agree with me? Y'all didn't see that chemistry? I felt like Zuko and Katara were could have been a real good thing.
Right up to this moment, but changes her mind because she sees this chance to prove she's not the monster that their mom always feared. That is legitimately great writing, but moments like it feel like accidents when you find them buried in a stinking pile of a script that ruins Toph's big—
Hell nah, I'm tripping.
breakthrough by having her explain out loud for the people on their phones that she just invented metal bending.
I'm Toph Beifong, and I invented metal bending.
And makes Long Feng—
That's it? She just put a hole in that shit? That's it? That was the metal bending scene?
breakthrough by having her explain out loud for the people on their phones that she just invented metal bending.
I'm Toph Beifong, and I invented metal bending.
And makes Long Feng unironically hit Aang with the old, "We're not so different, you and I."
That was the scene? She just put a fucking... Yeah, bro. This shit's fucking chopped cheese, gang.
Remember when I told you we're not so different, you and I? We're not so different, you and I. See, I did say that. Very clever.
Some of the worst changes, though, are found fittingly...
Look at this. These niggas aren't rock bending, they pebble bending, gang. Look at this.
In the final fight.
Pebble.
This whole season has serious problems with the flow of its action. The choreography taking on this unpleasant staccato rhythm where it looks like every goon who's not currently fighting is just kind of waiting around to run up and get punched. And the editing makes the battles between the main characters feel borderline turn-based. And this showdown showcases some of the worst of that. It's in these moments that are nearly one-to-one with the animation that we really see how bad it is. But that's just the prelude.
Bro, what the fuck?
To the real f*** up, which comes when Aang enters the Avatar state to protect Katara. Instead of setting up the little rock meditation tent to protect himself in a moment of vulnerability, he just falls into a trance 2 feet in front of Azula, who naturally shoots some lightning at him and misses the meditating child at point-blank range. That's already stupid if you're familiar with the cartoon, but this version of Azula is even faster and deadlier with her lightning to an almost comical degree. Earlier this same episode, she kills an entire room full of the kingdom's strongest earthbenders in 2 seconds with one shot that none of them could block when she was right in front of them. Yet, because the writers apparently thought a big dumb CGI power flex would be cooler than having her read the flow of battle, sneak away, and sucker punch the hero out of his big shonen transformation, she's only able to hit Aang after he avatar states all over her and Zuko and the Dai Li, has her on her knees, one blow.
Bro thought he was ore farming, chat. This nigga dead hit the...
After he avatar states all over her and Zuko and the Dai Li, has her on...
Who is he feeling like? Who the fuck is he feeling like? I promise you, you are not that guy, buddy.
Weirdo. Weirdo.
You're not that guy. Who is he feeling like?
On her knees, one blow away from victory, and then just gives up for no reason. We know from the nearly identical moment in the original Ozai fight that he could be encasing her in stone here, he could hit her with some Dai Li handcuffs, or waterbend and freeze her, or do literally anything besides...
Did this nigga just go Diamond Head?
Literally anything.
What the fuck? This nigga just went Ben 10 Diamond Head on him.
Besides just sit back and let...
What the? Bro, they're just doing shit at this point. This never happened. This never happened. What the fuck?
Or kill him. There are also several different ways she could have actually won the upper hand and still earned that kill. Like, maybe he does earthbend her into a prison, but then the Dai Li lets her out for that cheap shot. Or maybe she could fake miss a shot that Zuko then fires into Aang's back with the lightning redirection that Iroh taught him in the 3rd episode of the season, and then he doesn't do anything with it for the entire thing because apparently Hack Hollywood Writing 101 doesn't include Chekhov's gun, but none of that happened. So this change
it actually did. I don't remember it looking that ass, bro.
Supposed to make the fight more badass or whatever, just ends up making both the villain and the hero look ridiculously incompetent. All seemingly in a contrived effort to prove the other villain right.
You will never defeat her. You are too kind, and that makes you weak.
And possibly set us on track to an ending where Aang decides that he should just give up his deeply held beliefs and kill Ozai. Maybe I'm overestimating how grimdark they want to make this thing. I really hope I am, but it kind of feels stupid to hope for anything after what I just sat through. Natla Season 2 is in many ways a marked improvement over the first. The characters are finally able to be funny and joyful, even if they aren't when it really counts. The dialogue, while often clumsy and redundant, is lighter on exposition and heavier on characterization, which sometimes isn't wrong. The best actors in the cast get a lot more time to shine and bounce off of each other. It's kind of contrived, making Sai a recurring character, but I like Danny Pudi enough, I'm willing to forgive it. The productions moved away from CGI fakery to embrace real, practical set design that makes the world of Avatar feel more tangible than ever. The effects are cleaner overall and more reactive to the bending motions of the actors, but it's just not enough. Even if there was still room for more course correction, nothing here inspires any faith that the writers could get it to where it needs to be. And with book 3 having already...
Bro, you watched the first season? Not of the Avatar, bro. I turned that bitch on and I couldn't even get through it. That's why this video caught my attention, because it's kind of just giving me a breakdown of it all, and it's all what I expected. Garbage.
Been filmed to avoid future aging issues. The show simply is what it is now and will be forevermore. And I just do not like what it is. A show that bends over backwards to recreate iconic imagery from the original while gutting the characters that made those moments iconic to begin with. A show incapable of committing to either the original version of the story it's telling or the darker reinterpretation that it wants to tell. A show that works slavishly with its effects and production design to make the world of Avatar feel real, yet fails at nearly every turn to fill it with real people. It's still better than the M. Night Shyamalan movie, but it is a stark reminder of how lucky we are to have things like Speed Racer and Netflix One Piece.
Word. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section, man. I definitely will not be checking out Avatar on Netflix, bro. But hey, bro, hopefully we can continue to see directors actually give a fuck about projects and make things that are genuinely good. You know, again, I think a lot of people like the live action One Piece, so that's a W. But this might be one of those situations where it's one step forward, 100 steps backwards with this one. Love y'all, appreciate y'all. Where you at, family? I'll see you on the next one. Hit that subscribe button. I'm gone. All right. That was ass. Or not, the video wasn't ass, but I just can't believe that that shit's actually that ass, bro. How we feeling, chat? What would you want to be a live action Berto? I mean, at this point, I don't even think I want too much live actions anymore, gang. Like, they've proven, Hollywood has proven that they just don't give a fuck. I think what it is for Hollywood now is just a cash grab, which I don't understand where the money's coming from. But I think just the new gen of kids that don't really know about Avatar like that, they'll get introduced to this and just watch it. And then since they don't have anything to compare it to, they'll kind of probably just write it off like, oh, this isn't bad. But the people that actually are fans of this, I feel like if they were to serve us, it would be so much more successful. If you were to make a product that actually made the original fans of what got the series popping in the first place happy, nigga, it would boom. The new people are really the minority, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Because if this shit was hard, we would have, one, put our kids on to watch the original, but then we also would have put them on to the live action and been like, oh, this shit's dope. Y'all check it out. You know what I'm saying? Naruto might not never get one because they would fumble it. I really hope they never give Naruto one. Let me change this battery real quick, and then we're going to watch the last reaction. Ugh. Get your my battery jokes off. Yeah. Hey, I just forgot. But W4K on Twitch, man. Let's go.
Where you at, Berto?
W4K on Twitch. I feel like we was at 3K for a minute, bro. We need to hurry up and get to 10. We need to hurry up and get to 10,000 on Twitch, bro. But this Twitch grind been y'all been with me for a minute. Y'all been seeing we've been grinding this motherfucker, boy. From streaming to fucking what, 10 viewers, 10, 20 viewers, to finally averaging a decent amount. I feel like ratio-wise, we have one of the better communities because I feel like we have a lot of chatters for our followers. Right or wrong? Y'all tell me, am I tripping? Because y'all probably watch a lot of other streamers. Like, I feel like ratio-wise, we have a pretty good community of chatters compared to people our size and viewers. I feel like to only have 4K followers, and I feel like we've been pretty much averaging 90 to 100 viewers. Our shit be moving. Our shit be looking pretty good. So I'm proud of that. I'm really proud of us. I can't cap. You definitely do. There's a lot of people always chatting. Yeah, I feel like our chat moves really nice. I like that. Obviously, the goal is always more. We're going to keep grinding, keep growing. But, like, I'm genuinely proud of our community. Other streamers only have subs talking instead of everybody. Oh, is that what that is? They turn their shit to sub only? Damn, that's some hating ass shit. That's some greedy ass shit. Why? What's the benefit of that? I guess to incentivize people to sub? That can't be true, bro. I don't believe that. I feel like I've definitely have sent a chat in bigger streamers shit before. You the only streamer I watch because you different and funny. I appreciate that, bro. It's useful sometimes, but to put it on when I'm not but it pisses me off when I'm not a sub. Yeah, I mean, I feel like, I don't know. Maybe there's a time and place where it makes sense. So I don't want to talk shit. A lot of viewers are hard to mod. I guess that makes sense too. That does make that's a good point, Yelena. I can see how when your chat is moving so fast, it probably does make sense to turn it to sub only, because to mod fucking thousands and thousands of people, that is probably a lot. More than half are bots, bro. I don't understand that whole botting shit. What's the whole, like, I mean, I guess it makes sense. People bot so that their shit looks bigger. But it's kind of like, I feel like you would look so stupid if you have a bunch of viewers and no chatters. You know what I'm saying? Like, what would be the point of botting? You go get a bunch of viewers, but you literally have no chatters. Nobody's talking to you. You and that bitch. You have to think about when you get viewers on Twitch, you show up for new viewers. Oh, that's how you can fake chatters too? How do you fake chatters? How the fuck can you fake chatters? If you bought a stream many times, Twitch will permanently ban your account. I've also heard of that. People bought to get sponsors, so these brands pay attention to you. Hey, bro. When you get money, you can do anything. Yeah, that has also proven to be pretty consistent. Motherfuckers get money and just start doing anything, huh? All right, let's get into this last reaction of the day, chat. I got some editing I got to do, so let's knock this last one out, man. Yeah, I've heard of people faking chatters by using bots to copy and paste other people from streams into yours. Jesus. It can't be that deep. I wouldn't even know. How do you even, well, I'm not going to ask, but it's like, how do you even think to do that? That's like going above and beyond to fake some shit. Jesus. All right. 3, 2, let's go.
Where you at, Berto?
Sneeko hates on Kai Cenat now. Man, Sneeko's back with the BS. Let's see what he's talking about now.
What's poppin', y'all? After the whole situation that happened with Plagueboy Max and his supposed friend, Sneeko actually weighed in, and yeah, he talked about this whole like conspiracy diva means, I don't know, some sort of demon in some ancient...
Oh my god, bro. At this point, we just like to react to Sneeko drama because of how stupid he sounds. Like, it's just hilarious at this point. What is he saying?
Religion, which is a nothing burger. However, he does provide a good point when it comes to these other streamers that were there as well.
Hello's from the Bronx. Kai Cenat's from the Bronx. From the Bronx. He's from the town. Like, they're from uptown. Do you think anyone back home that grew up with Tylo and Kai Cenat is not going to say the exact same thing about the diva tattoo for real, bro? They're from the Bronx. Like, bro, Twitch will change somebody so quick. And it's funny, too, that people will call me a grifter because I reverted to Islam 3.5 years ago. No one will call these people grifters for now thinking a diva tattoo is brave. Like, when literally 5 years ago, they'd say exactly what OJ Swab said. DDG, now off camera, they would say the same thing.
So he is correct in that they would say the same thing off of camera, but they understand how to read the room. And they also understand...
Mind you, I mean, that's not the worst take in the world. Like, I'm sure DDG probably thinks that's some sucker shit off camera, but just because you think there's some sucker shit off camera, you don't go and disrespect your friends on camera. That's the difference. And Sneeko, you've been exposed time and time again. That's why everyone thinks you're a snake. Because you will genuinely call somebody your friend and then try to embarrass them on cam. Like, what the fuck?
Like, yo, you know, he just be like that. Like, for example, when
I got you, Mandy.
Sketch got brought in and he was moving all weird, we never saw it. You guys remember when that whole thing came out about Sketch, about him getting cracked from the back? Silky was in phase at the time, and he's like, yo, you know, I'm still cool with him. When the hell was the last time you seen Phase, or not Phase, when was the last time you seen Silky kicking it with Sketch? He never looked at him the same. I said this back when that happened, and he was not messing with that, and he was not messing with Sketch, and he's not, I wouldn't say he's not cool with him, he's just not trying to be around him. But
which is fine, but you don't gotta put, and again, there's a way to do shit with class. That's the problem with Sneeko. He don't got no damn class.
Silky understood he had to read the room, because you are playing a game of politics. Like, there's a perception game being played, because if people don't like you as a streamer, like what happened to that OJ Suave guy, it doesn't matter what you do, you're gonna have to recover from that somehow. And for instance, like I Show Speed, he had many controversial moments in the past, but none of those affected how his audience felt about him or the audience that he wanted. It was just people that didn't watch him anyway and wanted to just hate. So in this regard, yeah, for sure, he's right, Sneeko is, but even Kai Cenat asked about the diva tattoo. He was like, yo, what's up with that? And he did it on stream, but he did it in a way with tact. Like, for example, Silky would go and approach that guy, OJ, and Silky, he's tight with Plagueboy Max. You know, Silky's like, yo, I don't know what's up with that whole tattoo that Plagueboy Max got, but he's like, yo, you know, that's just him. And he would approach him diplomatically.
So I'm just saying, I haven't been on the media, so I didn't know that I touched him. Of course, I was being really mean, but I was playing that character. That character is not my opinions. I'm playing the little Jamaican little, feel me, out, 1, 2, 1, 2. But it's nothing for me to go apologize to Max. People might think I have an ego, but I don't have an ego. I apologize like this, but
you are diva, diva. You know a diva. That nigga was twacking out, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Them clips are funny because it's like almost, I don't know, it's a hypocritical, but He talk about Max a diva. Nigga sound like a diva himself. Nigga talk about some, you know, a diva. Why you act like a diva?
You're not gonna make me apologize on your stream. I wanna go see him. Honestly, if I see him outside, stream or not, I'm gonna say something. Now that I didn't see something, I'll go reach out to him. But it's like,
God.
Gang, bro, everybody make a mistake and I'm not held to it. So that's why, imagine, the way that I'm hearing that this is going, I can't be on my phone, gang. And I wasn't on my phone before. But it's like, I'm present.
But look, for me, gang, you know, you for the town, bro, you gotta give him a call, gang.
Nah, of course. I thought I was gonna see him today. I thought I was gonna see him today, and I didn't, so I'm playing. Now look at my eye, like, nah. But I'm not. I'm looking at you.
So here, this is quite understandable. He's like, yo, you know, we come from the same city. Black Boy Max is from New Jersey, but he's talking about this OJ Suave guy. He's from New York. So is Silky. And he's like, yo, you know, why did you have to do him like that? And then he says, yo, I don't want to apologize on camera. This is where I got to give this guy respect, because he's saying, listen, I was playing an act. That's not what I really think. And when you see it, he is playing a character.
OJ and Outkast now? Yeah, he fried his shit. The sad part is I you know, if you watched my reaction, I feel like there was some genuineness there. I didn't feel like he was trying to be malice. And for me personally, intention goes a long way. If I look at a situation and I'm like, okay, you fucked up, but were you trying to intentionally hurt me? That's what I'm looking at. And I don't feel like he was genuinely trying to intentionally hurt Max. I don't think he thought that clip was going to go as crazy as it did. But, you know, now when you think about it, the clip only went as crazy as it did because Max reacted the way he did. So, you know, and that's where it's like, if you were going to grill him like that and get that deep, the biggest mistake was that he did it on stream. The biggest mistake was that he did it on stream. That was definitely more of a talk in private type of thing.
He's not like that regularly when you see him try to interact with other people.
That shit was beyond corny. I mean, I get it, bro. Like, everybody's different, man. I just know that if somebody did that to me and it was genuinely hurting my feelings, like, I'm not trying to shift blame to Max, but just on some real shit, as a fucking adult with my own free will, I'm streaming to my community. You come up to me and you're starting to say things that I don't resonate with. I'm gonna respectfully be like, hey, bruh, I don't know what you're trying to say right now, but if you want to talk to me like this, you could talk to me like this off camera, but I'm not rocking with how you coming at me right now. You know what I mean? And Max just shut down. Now, I can give him the benefit of the doubt in the sense of, like, maybe he just was so overwhelmed. The whole internet's been grilling him. But the reality is, for something to really fuck with you to the point where you're breaking down on camera in front of your community, there has to be something that internally you got to figure out too. That's not to say that Suave don't, need no criticizing, but like, there's something there, bro. He's clearly battling something. There's some level of identity crisis going on that he's still trying to figure out, and he don't know how to go about it. Because if he was super secure, it wouldn't have got to him like that.
And he's done skits in the past where he's played different characters years ago.
So what are we talking about? Don't get me started.
Like,
don't get me started.
I feel like
these niggas sound sweet as hell.
Gotta go off topic because it's like, no.
Like, they just so, oh my god.
And you know the reason why I did this video? I did this video because how I have a call me, right? He called me, he like, what you did today? I'm like, I ain't doing nothing. I'm in the crib just watching TV. He's like, you ate? I'm like, nah. He's like, damn, that's crazy. Are you gonna get me food?
Is he dumb?
Like you better get that Uber Eats open. I was so close to posting that on Snap, but I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna let you live.
A diva. These niggas sound like divas.
Shut up. You shut up. You should have fessed that
up. You gonna ask me if I ate, then you gonna be like, damn, that's tough. Nah.
You should have wrote a status on Facebook.
You have 2 genes. You got 2.5 genes.
from Jimmy Jazz. Like, really think that they got it like that when they don't.
So I do think that he's being honest here, and if he apologizes to the camera, what do you think is really going to happen? They're not going to accept the apology. When has the internet ever said, yo, great apology, man, we're going to clap it up for you, love the fact that you apologized? No, they're just going to hate on him even more. Well, one thing that he didn't understand is how important first impressions are, because once the narrative is on you being a hater, especially how emotionally Black Boy Max reacted, now other people were not messing with him at all. Like, for example, when he tried to go up to Adapt and Ron.
Argentina. What's this? I'm not grabbing your shit. Yeah, I'm good off you, bro. You're a dork.
Damn. Yo! Ronaldo just called you a dork. Yeah, this nigga, it's fries, gang. It's fries. You might have to, I don't know what other businesses you got going, but your streaming career is effectively over. It's GG's, bro. Just like that.
Now, this is a little bit disrespectful, especially from Stable Ronaldo. They know they're in a safe environment, because you could say that you don't want to talk to him. You could say, like, Adapt. He's like, yeah, you know, I'm good off that.
You're a
but
dork.
To call him a goof, that is really disrespectful. Stable Ronaldo would have caught a slap like Bradley Martin did to him if this was in a different setting. Like, that's just disrespectful. The guy did nothing to you. He talked to your mans, and I do think that this is good by them, if it's authentic, that they're so tight with Max, and these guys are for sure real friends of his, for them to not even want to interact with that guy. But they're also playing the internet game, which is if they talk to him and they interact with him whatsoever, then the internet is going to say, yo, you guys betrayed Max, this and that. So they have to weigh out all of these different things before just having an interaction, which they could have just talked to the guy and be like, yo, like, what was up with that? Like, we want to know more. How did you meet Max? That's what I would have thought. I was like, yo, how the hell did this whole thing happen? But no, they're on timing and they're just dismissing the guy. The same thing happened with Ray, who gave a little bit more of an honest reaction.
Nah, Chad. Nah, stay away from me, bro. You got bad PR. No. Yeah, you got bad PR, bro. Bad PR, stay away from me.
It's still shrimp and broccoli, okay?
Hey, Ray funny as fuck. Yo, Ray's really started to grow on me. This nigga talking about some stay away from me. You got bad PR. He keeping it real. He's like, hey, bro, I don't really give a fuck about what you said or what you did. It's just the fact that you got bad PR now. I don't want no bad PR around me. I need good PR. I'm trying to keep that money.
Still shrimp and broccoli. There's still little extra lemon in the lemonade, okay? And ding my bell, okay? Yeah, you want $2? Ding, 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 ding.
Wow, his PR about to go all the way down.
Hard. You know what's beautiful about this? I wasn't using social media.
So this is the most honest, and what Adapt and Ron won't say, and it's probably because English is the second language for Ray, so he's a bit more honest. He's like, yo, you got bad PR. I can't be around you. He's like, listen, man, I got to worry about my career. Black Boy Max is a lot more valuable to me than interacting with you in whatever capacity. And when he would get pressed by it, OJ Suave, by somebody else, he would talk about how it was like a public post, so he felt that he could act that way on camera.
I feel like because Max publicly posted his tattoo, he was okay with whatever opinion. Same way, this is where everybody cut me off, and I appreciate it.
So it's a difference from the public and then his friend. Why would you make it worse?
What the fuck is this nigga?
Somebody that you call your friend. That's up. If you call your friend, just hear me out. If I say you my man, and I already have the public up, why would you make it worse? And now I'm just broken down. I just thought you was on my side. You get what I'm saying?
I understand that perspective, and I can sit down and reflect. But as far as
this is an understandable take to have, but I don't think he took into consideration how important and how valuable a first impression is. So him coming in front of the audience, nobody knows who he is. So this is going to be your first impression. And it would be a funny first impression if Max took it that way. But I don't think he expected Max to just get emotional and break down crying. And I think it's partially because he talked about his family, but that's where I have to look at it like, dog, I don't think that anybody, any other male would have just broke down crying from this. They would have probably got angry.
That's what I was trying to tell y'all earlier. That's where it's like, we can criticize Suave for sure, but nigga, you come on my platform and you start saying X, Y, and Z, and I'm not rocking with what you're saying, I'm gonna just check you. And I'm not even saying it has to be violence or nothing like that. Just on some risk, like, hey, bro, what are you saying to me right now? Like, I'm not resonating with that, so we can just end this conversation here, or, let's reroute it or something. You know what I mean? But Max just literally sat there and started crying, which, again, I get, everybody handles shit however they handle it. But it just shows me like, yo, Max got something else going on, bro. It's a little bit deeper.
They would have maybe gotten physical a little bit, something of that nature, but like an emotional breakdown, I don't think that this OJ guy expected it. Like I said, It was a mistake for this guy to come out like that. Like, that's your man's. You didn't prepare this ahead of time, and he probably thinks you're dead serious. And I do think there is an element of seriousness to it. That is his real opinion. He's trying to dress it up and say like, yo, I was playing a character, but you were playing a character to amplify how you really felt and what you really thought. And then Max's reaction, where he doesn't even want to talk to the guy.
And if you cared about me, why are you doing that in front of hundreds of thousands of people? OJ, you have my number. We've DM'd before. I've known you since 2022. If you cared about me, you could have messaged me, or you could have pulled me to the side. But you cared about likes, views, more.
Yeah, you're cooked. Max is doubling down on this shit, bro. Your career is over.
Than my well-being. So do not portray as you are trying to help and save me when you are just trying to boost yourself. And for that reason, I know you told Kai you feel bad and you want to talk to me, but you don't feel bad. I don't believe you feel bad. And I don't want to have a conversation with you because
I think this is, I can't really judge this. He doesn't want to talk to the guy. He feels like if he felt emotional and started crying from when his random audience members that he never even met in real life were clowning him for the things that he was doing to entertain them in his chat that had happened prior to even showing up at Streamer University, then it's consistent with what he was previously saying that, if someone that he is cool with and has a relationship with does that to him in public, then he's going to feel even worse about it than random chatters. The lesson here is that Plagueboy Max is certainly very, very, very emotional and volatile, which is not volatile like a danger to other people, but that's suggested by the decision making that he's made, such as him getting that tattoo because he was high, him getting a bunch of random tattoos that led to him getting an infection and going to the hospital, him getting a vasectomy because he was impulsively getting a vasectomy because he panicked because he decided to go raw on a chick and let it off inside there. So it's constant impulsive decision after impulsive decision. This guy's emotional volatility is way off the charts. I mean, some people could say like this is more emotionally volatile and more impulsive decision making than a girl of his same age that would have the stereotype of making crazier decisions than he does. But it's consistent in the character of Plagueboy Max. And the valuable lesson here is how important first impressions are. Like, this guy, he's gonna have to do some work to repair his image. I do think, as time passes, people just forget about this, of course. But trying to get a clip off on your friend as your first impression is definitely something that is questionable. But let me know what y'all think in the comments.
Word, man. Yeah, I think he's cooked. I think brother right there is cooked. He's definitely, he looks like he kind of one of them fashion niggas. Maybe he's selling some clothes on the side, or, maybe he got some different businesses he's running, but his streaming career is effectively over. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section, though. I gave y'all my thoughts and opinions, man. I appreciate y'all. Where you at, family? Tap into the Twitch stream so you don't miss a live stream reaction. Make sure you guys subscribe to this channel. Noti bells on. Catch you on the next one. I'm gone. Rama. This dog all over my body, bro. All right, y'all. W stream. Let me see some W's in the chat, man. Today was good. I'm glad to be back. I think we finally got all of our little technical difficulties out of the way. I hope so. I think we're past that. I don't know what the hell was going on, but looks like everything's back to normal. Love y'all, man. Am I gonna stream tomorrow? I'm not sure yet. I'm really trying to plan this next Where You At series stream. So feel free to send me some ideas. But if I'm not streaming tomorrow, it'll definitely be the day after. So make sure you guys have your noties on, man. Love y'all, man. Where you at, family?
Okay, on that fresh car tip, yeah. Go take cardigan. Virgin Mary flowers, say I pull up fishes here. Everyone else got M. Bitch talking about since then. Hold it out my ear. Money coming in, I put my nanny in Chanel. Made it out the slum, I got my granny pushing on me back. If I lose it all, is you gon' hold it down for real? Hold on. This beat came from for real. First of all, I am not a trick little bitty bitch, but I'll boss you up. I like when she posts a picture and some shit I bought for her. Pack out rock, I shows around the globe, I got my offers up. Fashion shows want me front row, bring my coffee cup. Tryna make all my grace, I weigh my goods.